Well, let's get started with this Ogre Necromancer, yeah? So last time we took a little bit of a risk, and we took on a gauntlet, which normally I would ordinarily I'd never do that because, well, gauntlets tend to be like really too much of a challenge for most characters, but we happened to find an easy one, and it had the OgNe in it. So, yeah, now we get to play a really interesting character. We even found this large shield really early on, and it's +4 now. So we got a lot of interesting stuff happening with this character. As I recall, I think we had finished up the lair, except for, well, we had finished up half of the lair. Let's go down to lair 4. So yeah, basically we're taking shields to 15 and long blades to at least 12. Get that min delay, which is blessedly low, actually, on OgNe, believe it or not. And, you know, we have our spells, too, so if I get particularly hurt, I can just, like, check this out, I can vamp drain this dude, you know, and avoid his evasion entirely. But, I mean, for the most part, we can just tab stuff. We're still in robes, though. That's something to remember, you know. We're still just walking around in robes, so our AC is not great. What did we just find? We found Book of Power and Book of Earth. Oh, you guys, we found statue form. I always go statue form, though. Maybe I shouldn't do that this time. I mean, to be honest, this is a character where stat form is kind of overrated. You know, we're going to end up with really good AC if we just wear some dragon armor, you know. Let's see, can we go toe-to-toe with a Death Yak? Kinda. If he hurts me a lot, I can always vamp drain. Well, we're basically out of mana. Probably should have let my ally help for that, but at the same time, I didn't really want to have to fight multiple at the same time, you know, so. Still, yeah, we basically just sustained through an entire Death Yak pack, so that tells me this character's pretty good in melee. Magical Power. Ring of Wizardry, don't need that. Found a lot of Rings of Pro Magic. In fact, why don't we actually stick 2 Pro Magic on at the same time? We have enough mana points at this point that I'd rather just have MR all the time in case something bad happens, you know. Didn't catch the beginning of this character. Yeah, I actually started him right after I finished the Draconian Artificer, so that's not that surprising. Probably shouldn't have random effects this dude. Let's regen. I'm just gonna walk away from him, he's slowed. I want my friend back. Well, we may end up having to teleport. 3 enslaves later, the Spiny Frog is our pal. Let's have the Spiny Frog go after Urug. Whew! Spiny Frog versus Urug. Urug actually gets poisoned to death. The frog dies too. Kinda cool. You see my spell list and shift 5. Yeah, sure. Alright, so we just have it's a Necromancer, so we basically just have the starter spells. We also found a book of cantrips, so we got Summon Small Mammal, which can be useful, even though it's like you think, okay, you already have allies with Animate Skeleton, and that's fine. But summon small mammal is also useful in the early game because you can make allies even when you don't have any and there's no corpses nearby. Can be really useful for walking away from things, walking through your allies and whatnot. So I memorized that. We found a bunch of other spells, but I don't even really care about magic at this point because we have this awesome Japanese steel and a large shield. So let's have our ancestor attack the lindworm. You know what? Let's enslave the spiny frog. We don't actually have RF Plus available except in the form of the Staff of Fire. I mean, I suppose I could wear the Staff of Fire, and then maybe I can go up and just, yeah, this is fine. We'll just vamp drain him to death now. That works. You don't want to do that without RF though, typically. Oh right, the equipment check. I forgot about that. Yeah, so we have an OgNe +4 large shield, which only requires 15 skill as an ogre, +2 robe of poison resistance. We're going to trade that out for, well, if we look at body armor that we can wear, there's actually Swamp Dragon scales for sale. There's a +2 dex Swamp Dragon artifact scale too, but that's more expensive and really not worth it. But we're probably going to purchase just the regular Swamp Dragon scales. That'll be good, and we may even wear it for the rest of the game. Also, really amazing find, we have this amulet with Arpoise, Acrobat, RC+, and MR+. I found that in the Gauntlet as well. The Gauntlet was actually super, super rewarding to me, so a risk well taken, I suppose. Alright. In fact, our MR is just outrageously good. We're going to be able to do work super, super, super easy on this guy, which is always a, you know, it's an unlikely scenario, but when you get it, it's always fun. It's nice to be totally immune to paralysis by the time you finish up Lair. Kind of wish it was a little more common. We got Necromancy all the way to 8, but that's really not that much investment. Like, something tells me this character really ought to just be a warrior at this point, considering that we found such a great endgame weapon. I mean, OgNe has a base damage of 13. That's better. I mean, it's not amazing, but it's better than a Demon Blade. It's quite good. Of course, we're immune to Petrify. 5 AC warrior. We'll give it time. I'll get that Swamp Dragon scale on. I mean, if you want, I can go stat form again, if you're not tired of seeing stat form characters. I mean, I guess it wouldn't be the end of the world to go stat form on this guy. He's got 20 int. Yeah, he's got 20 int. I could probably get stat form on pretty fast. Well, it's rogue shenanigans who usually gives me a hard time over it. I'm not complaining, of course. I think he just thinks it's a little bit overpowered, which yeah, it may be, but I don't think it is. Yeah, there are plenty of good spells, as you say. Wow, they are not really caring about my friend here. Be nice if he would cast his Confuser as slow or something. There we go. Kind of burning through these floors. It's quite nice. Things have sped up a lot ever since we found this katana. This is pretty good. We only have to fight 2 things at once here. Unless they were to break through the plants, I suppose. Let's pull this stuff up, actually. Just fight one more yak. No reason to take unnecessary risks. We'll go down a different staircase. Remember, this is in fact layer 6. And I think we may have even, I didn't really take a close look, but I think this may in fact be MinMay's terrible frog pond, which is always a not particularly fun, hot mess. Of course, our little helper here is going to be nice because he will tend to block one of the spots around me as he comes down. Yeah, totally. MinMay creation's not fun? Say it ain't so. I don't know, man. That individual really is in love with out-of-depth monsters and badly designed vaults. It's kind of a shame that this type of person gets influence in a game development environment. What are you gonna do though? I mean, the game needs a big overhaul in terms of vault design. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of little things that could be added. You know, and little things tend to go a long way with stuff like this. Something like an entrance vault that screws you over super badly is pretty memorable in the player's mind, I think. Sure. Actually, I want to move because I could get shoved around. And I tell you what we don't want to do is we don't want to get shoved around. Can't get shoved around if there's like a plant or something behind me though. Keep vamp training him, very good. But yeah, Frog Pond, the problem with Frog Pond is it always turns into this, where I'm forced to stare dance everything on account of the fact that like everything comes right to me. Which is fine, I guess. Oh god. This took big damage. I have to blink. Did I miscast my vamp touch as well? No, I didn't. I just took enormous spiny frog damage. Which is not that surprising at 5 AC, but 20, I think I took the full 26. Let's put regen on. Let him come next to me, and then we'll vamp touch him. Get some hit points back. Pain to finish him off. I'm going to let my ally handle the spiny frog now. Put on regen. I'll dispersal if I have to. There we go. It's kind of funny with this this character, the way he is right now is he's kind of a glass cannon. Like, he can take on just about anything. He just needs to actually hit for his solid full damage with this katana. Kind of a shame with these blink frogs. They don't necessarily follow you even if they're next to you because of their batty movement quality. Vamp touch heal is, I think it's exactly how much damage you do, but I could be wrong about that. Which is one of the reasons why it works in the other direction too. Like, if you're not hurt, vamp touch will not do anything. Also, I just screwed up pretty bad. So let's enslave. Charm, okay. Did not mean to step off the staircase. Thankfully, actually, you know what I'm going to do? So I'm going to dig. Okay. And if I need to, well, if I wanted to, I could emulate and kill all this stuff, but I think we can save resources. We have a ton of resources, like a lot. I don't need to be too concerned. Let's throw Regen up, get ready for this fight. Let's throw Confusing Touch up. 56% chance to confuse. Come on, there we go. Take him out. Vamp, vamp. I should probably go to the absolute end so that we can't get Blink Frog showing up behind us, which would of course be not so fun. Kind of wish I had a Wand of Clouds or something. We could always, well, I guess we can't really paralyze this guy. Always heal wounds though. So many resources. Yeah, we didn't use that many resources. I mean, we used some 1 digging charge and 2 enslavement. That's not that bad. I mean, enslavement is one of the best tools in the game, but it's way more useful earlier on than later on. Digging, I'll give you, that's a pretty big resource expenditure. But it's not like we used a haste, you know, or a blink scroll. Well, we used a blink scroll a minute ago, which I probably could have avoided if I was playing a little slower. RoseCrypto.com, the ancestor, just immediately died after coming back. But yeah, welcome to Frog Pond. This is just how it works, man. Fight the whole floor all at once. I should have done the digging way sooner, to be honest. Okay, we've killed Hydras before. We have the ability to do it. This one's 7 heads. Something like 140 damage. Let's see if we can't kill this dude without using resources. But there's a lot of corpses left hanging around, so it should be easy enough. No, we're going to use a little bit of Ice Blast. Put the skeleton in the way. Pain him. Put the skeleton in the way. Make skeleton. One more Ice Blast. Pain, pain. Boom! My Blink Frog skeleton kills the Hydra. That's not so bad. Not for 2. Not for 2 Ice Blast. We probably could have gotten away with it without using any resources like at all, but I'm not really needing to be super stingy right now with resources, considering this character is pretty tough at this point. I mean, I'm confident I can win this game without really much hassle. If I didn't have such a massive stack of blinking, perhaps I'd feel differently, but we've got 5. How much can these do? It's a lot. 35. Okay, that's okay. Honestly, we don't really need Enchant Weapon, so I can turn that off for pickup. I mean, what are we going to enchant exactly? I mean, I guess we could... I mean, we can keep enchanting... Well, okay, we can keep enchanting the sling. So I will keep that on for now, but we probably won't use that. Also, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to amnesia off, animate skeleton, and I'm going to memorize animate dead. Now we can raise things that don't have bones. Enchant armor. Enchant up the large shield some more. So check it out. We can afford the Scroll of Acquirement. If I was feeling frisky, I could try to acquire armor instead of Swamp Dragon Scale. Instead of buying the Swamp Dragon Scale, that is. But at that point, I would be stuck. Well, let me think about this. I would kind of be stuck doing Orcish Mines with just a robe on, which would not be so fun. On the other hand, Swamp Dragon Scales really is not something I want to find myself wearing for the entire game if I can avoid it. I mean, this is a guy who really wants to pee in Gold Dragon Scales, to be honest. But of course, Acquirement could just completely screw me over. Let me, before it's Swamp Dragon Scales that you get, that'd be okay. I'd take that, I guess. I'd be more concerned about it being like a simple robe or like a simple cloak. We haven't even found a cloak yet, so it could easily be just a non-enchanted cloak plus 0. I'm gonna dip into Orc real fast. Oh, hello, Irolcha. Irolcha with a Wand of Acid. That's cute. 26, huh? This is a lot of damage possible. I'll tell you what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to burn a Fear. And then I'm going to Ice Blast, because the thing is there's just so many priests around. Combine that with the damage from Irolcha with her Wand of Acid. It's pretty bad. So Wand of Control Q. Yeah, I know, right? Wait a minute. If I take off that ring, okay. Okay, she has banishment, but she can't do it to me. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to enslave the priest. I'm going to fail to enslave the priest. I'm going to get tagged with the acid. Let's go up. Bolt of lightning. Ugh. Okay, she's the lightning Irolcha. There's nothing with fire damage around. Ordinarily, I'd be terrified of wearing RF minus. But as long as no sorcerers happen to be right there, that shouldn't really hurt. I mean, we could get like extra damage from a priest. Actually, you know what we'll do is we'll wear the Staff of Fire. Yeah, it's the Hat of Death resistance. Hopefully it helps me resist some death here. Let's put up regen. Let's go down. We get acid immediately. Let's go up. She only has 1 charge left, so it can't keep that up for long, Irolcha. Whatever you do, don't take it off. Well, actually, the irony is that it has RF minus, so it could very easily get me killed. In fact, I wish we had our core available. That'd be good. Hold on, is she LCS? I didn't check that. No, it's just Lightning Bolt. Okay. Okay, we're going to Ice Blast to take out the priest. We're going to not take out the priest because we suck. We'll Ice Blast again to do that. Doesn't matter if we hit our buddy. Okay, we take everything up. She still has the Wand of Acid. Wow, she does not give a single solitary shit about shooting this lightning bolt right through her orc wizard friend. Let's put regen up. Okay, she uses the last charge on my friend. I'm okay with this. Let's move into a place where she can't double zap me. This is fine. I think we can just melee her now. Perfect. Kind of a shame to lose so many charges of, potential charges of acid, but at the same time, the fact that I didn't die is good enough for me. Get my friend back, go back down. Kill all these little level 1 orcs. So yeah, we're delaying buying that stuff because there could be... Oh, what am I doing walking towards this Cyclops? It's a lot of potential damage. Let's pull this thing up. Let's go back down. He's confused, so he can't throw rocks at me, at least for the moment. We'll just swing on him. There we go. Suppose I should probably pick up large rocks. We may end up using those. But yeah, I'm delaying my purchase because who knows? Who knows what could spawn up in here? Could be really amazing stuff. Could be something that makes the point moot, you know? There could be like, I don't know, the Gold Dragon King's armor. And then it's pretty obvious what I'm using. And even without, it kind of worried me to go in here with just a robe on in terms of damage from warlords and stuff, but we can make it work. With this large shield, we shouldn't be taking too many hits. Oh, that's Donald. Watch out for the Donald. Okay. He can do quite a lot of damage to me very, very quickly. Let's open up with... Oh, shit. Okay, that's fine. This will be fine. We'll acid him. Hand over the delegates, Donald. Did you think I'd forgotten, Donald? Okay, we managed to fail to get the acid on him twice. 5%, huh? No vuln, huh? Skelegets, if you will, Donald. It's 2019, it's 3 years since that video came out, and I'm still not tired of it. I'm sure that like half the people in the chat don't know what the hell I'm doing, but basically during the 2016 election, Ted Cruz was convinced he was going to get the nomination instead of Donald Trump, even though it was like clear that he was losing. And he kept talking about the delegates, like the delegates that would actually do the voting for the nomination for the Republican Party. And so people started making these videos about it. And there's one where he talks about how he's raising an army of skeleton delegates, skelegets, if you will. Anyway, how the hell am I going to kill Donald? We've wasted 2 acids. We did a little damage to him, but not enough for me to feel good about this. I'm going to use one more. Okay, I'm going to use another. He's hasted, but he's, you know, he's almost dead now. I guess it's okay blowing all my acid on him. You may be wondering why I'm worried, but like he can do a lot of damage to me very quickly with no AC. There we go. I use like 5 acid for that. That's a bit wasteful, I guess. No, I think he's Donald Duck. He's not Donald Trump. Sorry. Oh, we got teleported. That's okay. It seems okay anyway. Alright, here's our first sorcerer. Now thankfully he cannot paralyze me. Actually he can. Let's pop this other Ring of Pro magic on. Now his MR actually sucks. we could kind of sort of paralyze him if we felt like it. But there's a bunch of other stuff coming for me. I'm going to send my bros. I'm going to send my bros to do a little something about him. RoseCrypto.com's magic leaks into the air. Oh, that's actually really sick. That means my guy's not going to do his spells, really. That's real anti-magic. Okay, we got the paralyze. There's this smoke demon, but that's okay. Down he goes. But yeah, the big boys like the knights and warlords and things, the thing is that, yeah, I was going to say my ally will confuse them and slow them, just like so. Hell, I should train some stealth. I can get some autumn katana stabs. We'll take stealth to like 5. It's no big loss. Ouch. Alright, so I am a bit worried about getting bolted. Dude, we're just blowing paralysis and it's not doing anything for us. Okay, whatever, I'm just gonna swing. I'll blink away if it goes really badly, but it didn't. We attack pretty fast now, so. Quite a samurai at this point. Can even go toe-to-toe with knights if they don't hit me. Okay, curing's available, might is available, mutation. Probably don't need lig for the rest of the game, really. Agility. Okay, we'll buy that here in a minute. Let's check the other shops. This is giving us so much gold. Okay, haste, that's awesome. Resistance, curing, might, maybe even berserk rage. Probably not, though. Yeah, let's not get berserk rage just yet. Let's not buy any of it, really. Oh, we got this ending. There could very easily be a Saint Roca in here. Let's do this slow and steady. Normally I might go flashy and like emulate all this stuff, but I mean I can just back out and save myself a scroll. Like so. Because we only have one, I'd like to save it for more pressing situations. As fun as it is to emulate this entire end vault, I have to say it's really not necessary. I mean, it's good if like Roka's around, because he's just a pain to take out half the time. But you know, barring some kind of unique that you need a little extra oomph to take out. Okay, my ally just got crushed by that warlord. Uncle Rose Crypto comes right back, though. This thing can do 32 plus WarAxe, so let's say around 50 damage. So it would take him 3 attacks. So we vamp touch him to finish him off. Okay, two more shops. We have a steaming arbalest. Not real interested. It's a two-handed weapon, and I've already got my shield. And a shop mimic. I gotta say, it's upsetting that you can have shop mimics in your so-called guaranteed 4 shops in Orc. Always feels like a real ripoff when that happens, but that's okay. We did get our gold. I'm gonna go ahead and purchase these potions and things. I didn't find anything in here that was interesting enough to delay that. Still have 684 gold. I guess I did just kind of screw myself out of gold for acquirement. Oops. Oops. That's fine. We'll get more here in a minute. Where shall we go, though? Honestly, with our huge amount of MR, I'm going to finish out Dungeon. Or at least enough to get Swamp Dragon scale. I'm actually a little scared of the lair branches. This character might very well have trouble in Snake or Shoals. At least until he gets some really good body armor. I probably shouldn't be tabbing quite so hard. Yeah, I saw the Phantom Mirror on the ground. I was going to go back for it. Handy little tool there. Oops. A lot of priests. A lot of priests. That's 4. Wow. Okay. Okay, so we have in fact found a little bit of curare. So this is a Vorpal weapon, 19 damage. We can take this guy. Easy ghost, weirdly enough. Okay, so we're going to take the curare. That could be handy in Shoals, even without throwing training, to be honest. Pick up a blowgun. Can't carry that many items. What can we drop? Let's drop stones, and we'll grab the blowgun. We're also going to drop this Staff of Cold. We have the ring for a swap. For that particular resistance, we're going to identify a potion. Wow! Early game potion of experience. Alright, alright. That's interesting. If I was feeling really cute, okay, we could use the potion of experience on armor, like armor skill, and then use the scroll of acquirement, which is that makes it somewhat more likely to give you, I think, a heavy armor. But that kind of thing is real dumb. Don't do that. We're going to do the thing that's reliable instead. We're going to buy the dragon armor. We're not going to take goofy risks. We're going to go from, let's see, what is it? 5 AC, 10 EV to 8 AC, 9 EV, which seems small, but I have GDR now. And that'll keep going up as I train armor and things. Okay, we'll drink the Potion of Experience. We will not train long blades, not train stealth. We'll just get armor and dodging. We're gonna get strength, actually. Hell yeah, RoseCrypto.com regains his memory of paralysis. Sweet. Okay, let's get armor and dodging to 5. Putting our defenses to something that's maybe less terrible. I thought this would be a little better, but it's not awful. I guess we could go ahead and buy the enchant armor and maybe even use it on the Swamp Dragon armor. I'm going to use it on the shield. It's okay. Because we know we're going to be wearing that for the rest of the game, for the most part. I mean, whatever. And I am going to finish up. I'm going to finish up Dungeon. I think we can safely do it. Hey, Ring of Resist Corrosion. Technically, we have everything we need to do Slime. I don't think that doing Slime First Rune is such a good idea on this character, or really most characters, but I think that we could pull it off. This tabbing feels very wrong. Like, it feels like this shouldn't be possible with my crappy defenses, but it's the big shield, really, that's letting me do this. It just could go wrong at any moment if the dodge decides to not kick in. Like so. But if I'm only fighting one thing, I can just slaughter everything in like a funnel, basically, of enemies. You know, they just can't get me. I'm being throttled? That's not good. Is that on my end or yours? Am I lagging? I'm not experiencing any lag on my end. Is that Twitch doing that? No lag for Irie? I'm sorry. Wow, that is our 4th ring of protection from magic. It's kind of funny how it's like feast or famine. Last game on our Draconian, we had trouble finding MR+. We just found 4 this game, and we haven't even done an S branch yet. It's outrageous. Feast or famine indeed. Sort of funny that we haven't found a single cloak of anything yet, even a generic one. Not that uncommon, though. Okay, we don't have RF, we don't have a particularly convenient swap. We've got to use the Lamp of Fire, or sorry, the Staff of Fire. Sadly, we don't have a Lamp of Fire. We're going to use Acid, which we have 11 charges now, so that's okay. And with him softened up, we let RoseCrypto.com kill him. Petition to make SP able to use gloves as helmets in your fork. No, it's not a parody fork. It's kind of funny though. I might allow Felids to wear hats though. Okay, that's that Staff of Air I should carry around. That's an RLX swap if I don't have the hat on. Let's go down a regular staircase, not a hatch. No need to effectively shaft myself. Oh, this is fun. Warriors. Skeletal warriors. I feel like we can tank these guys. And we can. Pretty good. Armor and dodging to 5. Let's take fighting to 15. Get some more of those sweet hit points, you know. This is a weapon shop. Plus 10 longbow of defense by offense. That's a really good name for a longbow. That's an amazing weapon, but not one we're going to be using today. I want to drop some things. What do I want to drop though? Honestly, I'm just going to drop this Sling of Flaming, which will also let me drop the Sling Bullets. Mainly because I've got a lot of other ranged options already. I've got the best ranged option really, which is large rocks. We'll keep the blowgun though, because Curari can be important. Unless we find sticks to snakes, we're not going to need these arrows, but I'm going to keep picking them up anyway. Until it becomes too much of a hassle. Hey, Trident to the Octopus King. This game just wants to throw me a bunch of really interesting weapons that I don't need. Now, sadly we didn't get Spider. I was actually hoping for Spider because Tarantellas, you know, are kind of a joke for us. They can't confuse us because of the Autumn Katana. Pretty nice, huh? Wow, this is, believe it or not, I'm a bit spooky by this guy. Let's acid him. How much damage can he do? 30 plus Arbalist. He kills rosecrypto.com. We acid him to death. Okay, good. Oh boy! Oh boy! That is Rupert with a Battle Axe of Distortion. Okay, let's put on Pro Magic to start with, over the Sea Invisible. Now he can't paralyze me. Now if he zerks, I'm going to have a hard time getting away from him. Good mirror time. This would be a pretty decent time for a mirror, for sure. I feel like I want to wait until he's berserking. Maybe not. Okay, we'll make a mirror man. See, this is what I was worried about, that he would just sort of... Oh, there we go, my guy's zerked. He just walked off in the other direction. How cute. He got mad at the iguana, I suppose. Very useful mirror. You should always assume that your summons are going to spawn in the dumbest possible spot. Because they will. They will, I promise you. Okay. We got away from him. It's one of the most fun things about worshipping Hepl, is that you'll be able to walk away from most anything. He hates iguanas. Well, the funniest thing about that is he won't fight off screen, so he went towards the iguana and then just kind of hung out next to him for a while until he disappeared. Let's think up a clever plan to kill Rupert with as little resource expenditure as possible. Zombies would be nice, but he would just sort of disto them to death. Hey Ari, thanks for coming to the stream. Appreciate it. Get in that daily stream. Yeah, your encouragement is appreciated. I actually don't know if I would have streamed if you hadn't messaged me. Make a computer so I can watch you play Kenshi. Alright. Let me talk to Blokes. He's my hardware friend. He's always watching the prices of these things. I'm going to see if... I don't know, he's been on me about buying something too, so I just need to do it. Dude, I actually want Rupert to berserk here. Because I want him to sort of use it up. Then he gets slowed at the end of it. Yeah, something tells me small mammals are not going to get me out of this problem. We could net him. That's an actual option. But the real thing is I wonder, and unfortunately there's no way for me to really test this, but I wonder what the percentage chance of rosecrypto.com using paralysis on him is. It might be 0, but it might be like a little higher than 0. You know, and if it's a little higher than 0, all I gotta do is sort of reset the fight a billion times. Freaking Jorgren here too. Scary dungeon indeed. I wish we had a silent scroll. Whoa, hold on, actually, shit. How much damage can his... I forgot to test this. Jorgren. Can he one-shot me? I don't think so. I think he can only do 90 damage. Okay, yeah, it is 90. Alright. Of course, if he did that and then I ran away, he could instant kill me. I don't think that's super likely, though. Okay, we will heal wounds. And he dies. Alright, good. That was worth blowing my Wand of Acid. I mean, he's a unique. He's one of the most powerful uniques in the game, so completely worth. Hey, finally we get a cool paralyze. Please don't hit me. Can't take fire damage. There we go. Yeah, scary dungeon indeed. How about this ghost? He's guarding a haste potion, so we actually want to kill him. Bull's Axel the Brawler, Troll Monk of Hepliaklqana. 50 damage, good god. I can probably kill him, but it's not going to be fun. Let's clear the floor first. Ice Blast. A lot of damage possible from this thing. That's why I used a resource to kind of soften him up and take out his buddy. Don't underestimate Tengu Conjurers. They can be extremely, extremely dangerous. Okay, Rupert either fell into a shaft or is just wandering around the floor somewhere. I'm going to pull this thing up and try to melee him to death. Whoa, and we get it. Nice. And we get the haste potion and the heal wounds. Do I particularly care about the fact that Rupert's here now? Not really. Well, kinda. If I do D15 and it turns out to be shitty and I go up and Rupert's right there, that would be a problem. Ugh. Ugh. He paralyzed the Efreet. That's awesome. Okay, Dire Elephant. This could be a little tough. He will do big damage to me. Do I want to try I think I want to try. Okay, good, he doesn't shove me. We'll go for the melee. How much damage can he do total? 55, okay. 55 structured into 2 different attacks. Boom, he goes down. There's a Wand of Flame. Actually, I still want Wands of Flame for a little while longer. Turn off random effects, turn off polymorph for pickup, drop those, save myself some slots. I think we just found an interesting shop. What's this now? Slay minus ring, I don't want that. Iron plus plus. Alright, this is not that interesting actually. Amulet of Magic regen, but we already have like the God Amulet with 4 bonuses on it. Geesh, we already had our poison, by the way, from the amulet, so we didn't even need our poise on the Swamp Dragon scales. It's just that, like, I don't know, it's kind of funny that I went for that because I could have gone for Troll Leather Armor instead. I think purchasing that was actually a mistake over the acquirement, now that I think about it. I think it has more GDR, guaranteed damage resistance, than... Actually, you know what? Let's find that out. Okay, Swamp Dragon 31%, Troll Leather 19%. Yeah, so it's actually significantly more GDR, although with only 9 AC, that's kind of a silly thing to be paying attention to. We're going to try one on. Hey, there's Rupert. Just trying to give my dude time to zap him a bunch and see if a, 2% success rate para could work, but honestly, there's just no reason. There's no reason for me to even bother them with him. Like, what does he have that I want? He's wearing a Disto battle axe. I don't care about that. He didn't seem to have any body armor on that I could use, so, what does it matter? So we go to 5 AC and 11 EV, so we gain 1 EV and we lose 4 AC. Alright, I'll stick with the Swamp Dragon scales. I think I'm okay with this. I'm just a little worried. The problem with Snake... Well, I don't have any RF+, not conveniently anyway. So Salamanders can mess me up. And I don't have any RLEC, except I could wear the RLEC and have Slay +5, but then the Salamanders will screw me up even more. So this would help me against the Electric Serpents or whatever. But then that would screw me over against some of the stuff in there. On the other hand, Salamanders are speed 10. So unless I'm like surrounded, then there's no reason for me not to use it. I mean, I wish I had a Fire Dragon scale. That would make this so much better. Kind of a tough decision where to go. Need that Omni resistance, man. No matter where I go, I'm running the risk of getting shoved off of a staircase, in one way or another. By the way, we're going to take indications to 10. I want Idealized to be a higher success rate, and Transformance to be unable to fail. Let's just take a look into Shoals. This is the kind of character where we're not going to do the branch ends until we absolutely have to. I think this is the right place, Shoals, instead of Snake, and I'll tell you what's tipping the balance here. It's the fact that magic resistance, I think, is worse in here on the merfolk and on the various things in this branch. So having them get paralyzed is, well, it's certainly better than having them not paralyzed. And look at that. Look how cool that is. Alright, goodbye, guy. You know, ordinarily that impaler might have been kind of a problem. But my hexer is just getting it done. Vamp draining to get hit points back as we go. Really good to have potions of flight available in here. Sometimes I drop them, but I really shouldn't. Louise is here. Don't need to worry about her in terms of banishing, but her lightning bolt could do a lot to me, and I'm not inclined to wear this hat of death resistance in here either, even though it has the Slay +5, because the Aquamancers have Steam Ball, which I would become vulnerable to. I probably should have idealized. Joke's on you, merfolk. There's no water in here. You know what we can do is we can pop this hat on just temporarily. Louise is kind of a big kitten if you're resistant to electricity and have a lot of MR. So we just sort of crush her. Did I see a phantom mirror? Yeah, I did. Need to drop some crap, though. Oh, hey, we found the Ring of Shadows. That's actually really interesting. I don't really want to lose my MR+. You know, we're sitting pretty on an inordinate amount of MR+ right now, and I'd like to keep it that way. I mean, if I take off, let's see, if I take off one of these rings, let's see, Ancient Liches can still do us. Louise, could she have done us? Yeah, 1%. I mean, I value MR+ quite a lot. Although we can keep the Ring of Shadows as a swap, I guess. Being able to go invisible all the time is quite nice. Let's, how about this? Let's identify. Scroll of Acquirement. Okay, well, we're going armor. Ruined Cloak. Okay, well, JK will drop Ring of Shadows because now we have a Cloak of Invisibility. Not bad. I knew I was going to get a Cloak if I acquired armor. I just knew it was going to happen. Thankfully, at least it was branded. But it could very well not have been. Stay out of the water so they can't do a solid 50 damage to me. Water nymphs, they really are water Hitlers. Guardian Spirit. Don't need that. Drop some more stuff. The old inventory management minigame. Start off with Amnesia. We really don't need to carry that around all the time. I can drop Pro Cold, considering that we're going to be using this amulet basically forever. So I don't need a cold swap if I've already got RC+. Frees up a couple slots. Oh my god. Oh, this is ugly as hell. Ugh. At least I'm more poised and immune to sleep, but still, this is ugly as hell. Wait, why am I trying to... Ugh, that was bad. Hold on, let's telly. I shouldn't have tried to enslave the Javelineer. Big mistake. I will try to enslave 43% Impaler, which works out quite well. Nice. Now we will kill the Impaler. Kind of positioned him such that he was on land before I did that, because we don't want him to be hasted, which he effectively is when he's in water. Alright. Izel is one of the most dangerous uniques in the game, and I know it doesn't seem like it because he just does poison stuff. But even without the sleep, I'm scared of him. You know, yeah, he gets the double damage from the sleep, fine. Take that away and you've still got a dude who moves quickly. You know, he can hit me twice for like 50 damage total. He can poison arrow me twice for... I actually don't know how much. Even with our poise, though, it's quite a bit. 3d21, so let's say 63. And then I think like a quarter of that is taken away by our poise, maybe. So that's like 40 damage. Shoot twice, boom, 80 damage. That's kind of like an Iron Shot guy. You know, so you gotta assume that they can do just a huge amount of damage to you. So we're gonna use some wandage here. Send our friend to fight him for us. I'm actually going to idealize. Stand behind him. We can still get bolted, but that's really not so bad when you have our poise. Regen. Idealize again. To heal our friend. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to move here and I'm going to keep the flame. We need more damage output on this guy. We're next to him. Let's swing. And if the steam goes away, we'll re-steam. Let's finish him off with... Yeah, there we go. Vamp Drain, and then roastcrypto.com finishes him. Very good. If you ever run into Izel and you don't have our poise or immunity to his sleep, probably should just run away. This is interesting, by the way. Typically I don't seal Sui or her pack on before Shoals 4. I don't know if that's weighted like that or if it's just luck on my part. Let's charm the one part of her pack that's both powerful and easily hexed, which is the Impaler. And we'll order our guys to attack the Javelineer. And the other Javelineer. And I'm positioning myself such that it's sort of obnoxious for them to try to throw stuff at me, because I'm behind their allies. Spam touch the Javelineer. Kill him. I really want to watch out for Engulf because that bypasses my big ass shield. So if I get engulfed, I need to walk away. I also want to keep regen up throughout this fight. Oh, oops. The Impaler's here, and not charmed anymore. Finish him off. We're engulfed, we move. Swing, 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 swing. This may not work out. We may end up having to blink away. She can't really blast out too much damage on me as a spiky style damage. She can... Certainly she can throw Icicle, and that does a solid 75 damage, or can. But we've got our C, and almost half of that can be mitigated, so it's more like 40. I guess that's a lot, but not enough to kill me by itself. And I will happily blink away if she starts to own me in such a fashion. Gosh, I sure wish my friend was here. I wonder, can I confuse and touch her? 26%. Oh, we got it in the first try. Of course, it ends really fast. I'm gonna try a couple vamp touches to finish her. Out of mana, we finish her. Okay. I tell you, the one thing I did as a mistake there, the one mistake I made is I should have kept her in a steam bath with the Wand of Flame. I could have made that fight a little bit more reliable. Also, there's a double sword. Technically, it has more base damage than the OgNe, but I kind of like having clarity, even with all this MR. There are reasons you would want to have it. Also, I think the base damage, or the base, or sorry, the min delay is faster, maybe. Double sword. Yep, min delay is actually faster on the OgNe, so it is a better weapon, I think. Ooh, how obnoxious. Let's Wand of Flame. Swing. Swing. Okay. Let's go up. Probably shouldn't be walking into this stuff. Thankfully there was nothing behind it, but even that was a slight overextension. Not too bad though. It's just on a character like this, where your defenses are not very good, you're really supposed to play like a coward. Alright. Let's tab through this stuff. Probably inadvisable, but it seems to be working out. You know, with Ilsui gone, believe it or not, Shoals 4 is looking a little safer. Chant up the large shield. Identify. I actually didn't mean to identify the ring, but that's okay. What shall I drop? Believe it or not, I might still have a use for lignification. I know that sounds weird, but I very well might. Well, I'm going to drop the arrows. We're not using them yet anyway, and we may very well never get sticks to snakes, and even if we do, we might not use it. I mean, I'd rather have butterflies at this point, not butler flies, like I tried to type, which we don't actually have anyway. I know how to type, I swear. Okay, that's the floor. Do I want to go into Shoals 4? I know it's probably something I shouldn't do. We could immediately get teleported into a hut or something, which would just be dildos. Let's head to Snake Pit. No reason to do Shoals 4 just yet. Most of this stuff we could just power through like a truck. Indications 10, alright. I'll take fighting to 20. Never have too much fighting. Kill the salamander. Lack of RF I guess isn't that bad. This we probably want to spend hexes on. Although our little buddy can do that for us, which would be ideal, it's not necessarily always going to happen. Let's dissent him. He is confused. Damp. Nice. Scroll of blinking, scroll of teleport, I'll take both. I haven't forgotten that there's a acquirement sitting around. I don't know. There's stuff I'd like to have more. I mean, we just got a nice pile of, well, a blink scroll is great to have, more teleport's good to have, and freaking, what was it, like 8 charges, 12 charges of ice, well no, 8 charges of Ice Blast is really good to have in here. I mean, I'd rather go for, how's that phrase go? A bird in hand is worth 2 in the bush, you know? Go for the safe play, get the reward. Hey, we just got scattershot. Very good. Ho, whoa, ho, 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 ho. Shafted. Okay, so the Shock Serpent did not want to get enslaved there. Let's blink away. Let's bring our friend back. Totally out of hexes outside of, you know, the ones that are coming from our friend. Where's crypto.com? He is a hexer after all. I want to make it to like a wall, essentially, and then dig into it, perhaps. I want to dissent this. Wow, he is hasted. We have 5 potions of resistance. We're going to drink 1. How did he get hasted? Oh, the Mystic cast it on him. Derp. We have 7 scrolls of blinking. I'm going to use 1 more preemptively. This is just looking like a dog shit situation. Oh, actually, hey, you know what? Let's go up. Fine. Oh, so we had Ilsui on Shoals 2, and we have Vashnia on Swamp 2, or Snake 2. The name of the game is to separate her from her pack, because she can just do an enormous amount of damage if she has her bros with her. Something like 45 apiece. Can we go up? Cool. Now we can just melee her. Maybe. Vamp touch, vamp touch, vamp touch. Oh god. God damn. Scattershot? Wow, okay, hold on. I hate the fact that I'm using so much blink, but we can regen. We'll wait for her to come to me. Regen again. Wait for her to show up. Okay, we're regenning. Order my friend to attack her. We'll even idealize him. She shows up. Let's acid. She's still alive. Ice Blast. Very nasty use of resources, but not to be really, you know, no reason to be surprised by that. It is Vashnia. I feel bad about wasting so many blinks, but we have so many. I know that's not a good excuse, but if it doesn't lose me the game, then I'm not super concerned. I think we could have probably dealt with that by like heal woundsing a bunch, but wasn't interested in rolling the dice. Do I care about this? This should be okay. Even if I get surrounded. If I get constricted, we've got a serious issue. Oh, hello. I want to fight the thing that's paralyzed. That's the other thing, is these things will get hexed. Okay, we'll pull this up. Big damage possible. Let's put my friend in between me and him. God, okay. Okay, holy shit. That is way more damage than what I thought was possible. We just almost died. Could I have died there? Or was that just max rolls? I know he got a double shot on me. A double zap. Shock Serpent. I had like 100 hit points, or 95, let's say. And I knew he could do... Yeah, I thought it was like only 40 damage. 3d13 is 40. No, I don't have Hepliaklqana on because I didn't want to deal with taking extra damage from the salamanders if one got hasted and then... Anyway, hold on a second. I know that wasn't max damage on all of them. Oh, he hit twice. They are speed 15. They get double hits. So this was like two, 3 double zaps. Holy shit! It really was death resistance. We didn't die though. This is a double zap spot, isn't it? I don't know why I thought it wasn't. We can get out of this guaranteed. Scroll the blinking, yes. Down we go. Honestly, well, he's faster than me, so just for safety's sake, we're going to blink again. Going to regen. We're going to pop some heal wounds. Okay, that should be good enough. God, that was dumb. I don't know why I thought I couldn't get double zapped in that position. I always see those things wrong. It's kind of hard if you don't, usually the way I tell is I actually try to send the ray myself, if I have like a lightning spell, but that doesn't help from their position, and double zapping is weird because like it's not necessarily reciprocal, if that makes sense. Okay, this is fine. Let's throw on a resistance. The tightest cut moment of the streak. Well, we could have died. How many hits was that? God damn. So let's, hold on a second. So I shot the bolt of acid. Here's where I shoot the bolt of acid. So he attacks twice, and he gets really high damage double zaps every single one. Yeah, no, that was the closest I've come to death. And it makes sense, because if you think about it, these dudes are dangerous as hell for this character, because, like, that lightning bolt doesn't give a shit about shields. My EV is 10, my AC is 11, so, I mean, it's not a surprise that it does big damage to me and tends to always hit. What was a surprise, and it shouldn't have been, was that he doubles at me. And I'm going to have to be a lot more careful about that. Losing to something like this, that would have been really shameful, I think, considering I wouldn't have an excuse for not being able to expect such a thing, Good God, though. That is an insane amount of damage. Alright, I am going to wear the hat. Because, well, no. Well, let me think. The thing is, the other reason you don't want to wear RF minus in here is because, oh, this is RF plus for sale. One second. I don't want to travel there. I want to add something to my shopping list from afar. There we go. Yeah, so the other reason you really don't want to have RF minus in here is because the aimbot sniper guys can spawn with fire bows, at which point you're in a real bad pickle. So I think I'd rather do this. We still have 3 blinks, which is, you know, hilariously low compared to what we used to have. But we got a couple fears as well. I mean, we can get away from a serpent if need be, and we've also got potion of resistance if need be. Hey, there's a manual of invocations. We might use that. Bunch of books I really don't care about. Is blink available? Yeah, blink is available. There's minor magic. Suddenly we want gold more than anything. Perhaps I'll acquire gold. Wait, where was that? Oh, that's on Snake 2. Is it in the other shop? Yeah, it is. Okay, is sticks to snakes available? No. Mine gateway, perhaps? No. I guess I should probably see what all necromancy spells are available, since I do have a decent amount. Oh, Val Clutch. Okay. Val Clutch is available. Certainly, we've got to use that. Yeah, that definitely was the closest I've come to death. Good God. Still thinking about that. That was harrowing. And all my fault, too. I wouldn't have even been able to complain like, oh, well, the game shafted me on D1. You know, like I couldn't make an excuse or a reason even. That would have been just 120% my fault. Really shameful. Okay. Let's go down. Let's see if we can't get a stab on him. We're not getting one. Let's go to the staircase. Let's see if we can't pull him up. Yes, we can. Very good. Let's go down. This is annoying. I hate that they have reach weapons. I really want to stay on staircases. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, okay, okay. Let's not do this game again. First thing I do is I'm going to pop a resistance. Ordinarily, I would just, you know, I would kill shock serpents with hex wands, but we've used up all of our hex wands except for descent, which doesn't really count, and we don't have any more para or enslave. Let's disintegrate. This is a second shock serpent. Should be using Zambies, to be honest. Teleport trap. It's cute. Put a zombie in the way. I may end up having to fear. Let's actually tally preemptively here. Okay, this is good. Let's pull this into a nice manageable hallway. As long as the sharpshooter doesn't show up, I feel real good. Getting trapped is kind of screwing with me here. First we got shafted into Snake 3, and then we got teleported on Snake 3 into kind of a worse position. Now the good things about our consumables, sure we just blew through a lot of blink in that situation a minute ago, but we got a ton of teleports still. Okay, let's back off. Play it safe. In fact, we're going to leave because I don't feel like getting constricted here. You know, we have Invis. I could be using that. I don't think that would really help me that much. But it is good to remember that Shock Serpents, I don't think they can see Invis. Yeah, they can't. Now, that doesn't stop them from double zapping you. I mean, you really want to... You want to do the things that guarantee you're not going to die. You don't want to do the things that maybe will help you not die. Well, you do want to do those things, but you don't want to assume that they're going to save you. Put up regen. To be honest, I should train a little charms, just up to like 4. Make my regen a little better, you know. Found a cheaper ring of RF Plus. Alright, I can afford that now if we were so inclined. Hell yeah. Pop that on. Pop on the hat. Now we have RLEC all the time, and I can kind of breathe a little easier. We're lacking a bit of MR+, but I can always swap to that. And honestly, as I level up, I won't need it anymore. Because we're having, you know, 1 RF+ from, or MR+ rather, from the ring, 1 from the amulet. That should be enough, right? On an ogre, I think. 2 pips. Then you level to 27, of course, not 17. I don't think you would need 3 pips. But yeah, the biggest thing about fighting those Shock Serpents is to remember that not only can they double zap you, they can hit twice because they're speed 15. I mean, I will never underestimate them again, I don't think, because I'd actually forgotten. I'm sure I knew that at some point. I mean, 3d13 doesn't seem like that much. That's 39 damage. And it's easy for you to discount that, like, oh, no big deal, but double it up. And they really will. You know, I talk a lot about hasted monsters doing things twice. And this is kind of a long shot sort of situation. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't really happen. Not regularly, to where like, oh no, the Ancient Lich LCS'd me 2 times in a row and I took 288 damage. That's not a situation that's really going to happen. It can, but I always look at the worst case scenario. But in the case of the Shock Serpent, he actually will do that because he doesn't have shit else to do. That's like his only ability. If I look at the Shock Serpent, let's look at him. I mean, all he's got to do is the Electrical Bolt, that's it. So he's either going to do that or he's going to move towards you and bite you. So there's nothing stopping him from just like spamming this thing over and over and over and over. So he really will do it twice, and then, well, like we saw, if you're in a double zap scenario, that's 4 hits. That's a potential, let's say you don't have RLEC, 40 times 4, 4, 8, 12, 16, that's 160 damage, you know? possible. Like, we could have, all in all, we got pretty lucky, or somewhat lucky. He did, no, actually he did slightly above average damage overall, I think, because I was at 90-some hit points, and it didn't kill me. So, I mean, granted, your AC is going to reduce that, or it can, but, like, how much, you know? And something might miss, but you don't want to rely on that. I'm curious what the accuracy on that thing is, if the accuracy is as low as the lightning bolt spell, because if so, we may have gotten a bit unlucky there in terms of misses. Hard to say. Anyway, we've done Shoals 1 through 3. We've done Snake 1 through 3. I don't know what else to do. I think we're going to want to get... I think we can do Shoals 4. And yes, I'm keeping the hat and the RF plus on, mainly because the hat's Slay plus 5. Tell ya, I'm going to feel a lot happier about this character if I have certain things like a Lamp of Fire, a Cloud Wand, but especially some good body armor. That would be the ideal thing, really, to find on this guy right now. Let's flame. Hell yeah, Aquamancer immediately paralyzed. You know what, let's immolate. I should have done that first. We're going to Ice Blast. Strength. This is the rune, so... Let's not tempt fate. Let's go up. Made a lot of noise there with those explosions. It's been a while since I played a character that feels fragile like this, you know? Sitting here trying to play him like he's a super tank, and he's okay, but, you know, his defenses are not anywhere in the realm of good. Just because he's got a big-ass shield. You know, it's like it's the illusion of safety is what it is. Because you think you're safe because you're not taking much in the way of melee hits and possibly even ranged hits, but then when things like bolts come along, stuff that your shield is unable to help you with, well then you've got a problem, don't you? We're going to drop Staff of Fire. We don't really need a swap. I mean, I know that we're RF null right now, but we've got potions. Well, no, I should carry it. Just in case I run into a fire dragon, I have no reason to waste a potion, come to think of it. Need to be a little more stingy with my resources on this character. Hey, it's Polyphemus. Killed roastcrypto.com. That's okay, let's pull this stuff up and tab it. Oops. Let's go down a different staircase so we don't get petrified on our way down. Or rather, on the way back up. Let's go on to dry land, because Water Hitler is nearby. Want to flame him. Or her, I guess. That's weird sand generation. It is, isn't it? It's like some kind of wonky-ass path. I guess I'll follow it and see if there's treasure at the end. You know, maybe. No, it just glitched out, I guess, and made like a dong-shaped sand lot. Nice paralysis. Okay, fighting is now 21. What shall we do? What does this character even want? This character just wants more defenses, honestly. But that's something he's going to get from items rather than skills. I mean, I could train dodging up, I guess. And armor, for that matter. I'll just train, like, dodging armor evo, I guess. I'll turn fighting on for another 1 since I went a little bit above 20. And I'm a little bit OCD in that way. Seems okay. Well, we could go for some more magic, but pretty well set on not going stat form. So, on the other hand, I mean, we could start preparing for learning BVC, but it might be a while till I can afford that, you know? Staff of Power. Oh, this is fun. Let's ice blast these dudes. A lot of damage happening. Okay, this should be okay. There we go. Damn train bails me out as it's supposed to. Okay. Sweet. Well, we've certainly got the rune. That opens up vaults. Ogre mages cannot paralyze me. Liches can barely paralyze me, and even if they tried, I could just pop this other pro magic on. We could very well go into vaults and get a little bit done and gain some experience that way. Alternately, we could roll up into elf. Would be kind of a shame without BVC, considering it's available. 1% equals 100%. Well, we throw in the ring whenever we see a lich, and problem solved. I mean, I guess the 1%, 100% thing could get me if I auto-explore into him, and then I have a 1 out of 1 chance to, as Adort says, to get paralyzed, but hopefully that doesn't happen. Yeah, I want to roll into Elven Halls, to be honest. But I feel like if this character gets teleported into the branch end, he's just totally screwed. Or if he gets teleported into Hall of Blades, he's fairly screwed. And I don't have a good way of killing animated weapons in general, actually, come to think of it. Like, we could melee them, and it could work. Or it could just not. Hey, Tone. I am not Mr. 50 Streak, I'm Mr. 15 Streak, at least in this, this particular spot. Yeah, Hep, I found a Faith Amulet, which is why I went Hep. It was kind of a silly choice. Like, basically, I had played an OOS game right beforehand, and I decided to do something a little different. I could have gone Gozag even. Probably would have been the better choice. What became of Reaping Guy? Reaping Guy ended up chucking his Reaping Sword and being a stat form man, as often happens on my characters. But he won. He won the game. Yeah, Gozag is my favorite. It's just Faith Amulet doesn't do anything for him. The irony is we ended up throwing our Faith Amulet away because we found this sweet little guy, Acrobat, Rpoise, RC+, MR+. Let's go to Vaults. Yeah, probably I would play Artificers of Gozag all day, just because it's the most powerful. DDAr of Gozag, I suppose. I don't know, if I was playing to win, certainly, I would play DDAR of something. I'd probably go Mockleb, though. Alright, let's bust up into this vault. A Shadow Wraith, huh? Got him. Oh my god, this is the floor where Rupert is. I forgot about that. Oh, yeah, he is back. Let's Phantom Mirror. Whoops, I did not mean to... Okay, I just Phantom Mirrored my own friend. I could blink away, but I don't want to waste it. Crypto.com has been destroyed. Yeah, he was. Let's... I'm gonna blow a haste, actually. Please don't send me to the abyss. Okay, good. Okay, can you... what a terrible... Okay, there we go. Sadly, the Phantom Mirror didn't do a lot for me, and I freaking fat-fingered the keyboard, so I blew one of them anyway, but that's okay, kinda. We will acid this dude. We're still faster than him. I knew I was going to have to end up using a lot of resources to deal with him. We can't even safely deposit him on the upper floor, because... 3 mirrors on Rupert, by the way. Oh, I know I've been extremely wasteful, although thankfully mirrors are kind of a weird resource where I don't care about wasting them. The only thing I care about them for is TRJ, and we've got a summoning scroll that we can use, and a friend that'll block a tile anyway, so... I mean, I don't know. Doesn't seem like the end of the world is all. Do I need to kill TRJ? I always kill TRJ. I mean, I think you're playing it safer by killing TRJ. You do that, you do Vaults 5 as well, you get as much loot as possible. You know, and suddenly your character is strong enough to handle Zot without much trouble at all. Look at all this damage. Let's walk away from this stuff. Yeah, Vaults has experience, and if you do Vaults 5, you get, I don't know, that's a lot of loot for you to say that it doesn't have anything. I'm going to have to straight up disagree with that. I think it often has lots and lots of useful things, in fact. What is this? It's just a regular invisible thing. It's not doing enough damage to me to be anything else, and it's hitting me too much for... Oh man, okay, let's... Please don't freeze me, that'll slow me down. Keep enemies between me and the Rhyme Drake. gotta say, I'm not used to being so weak that I have to sort of cheese these guys down, you know, running away and whatnot. Hep not strong enough yet. I mean, that's, yeah, it's going to be fun once I hit level 27, but it's a bit of a slog to get there. XP mod on ogres? I don't know, let's see. Can we find ogres? I thought it was 0, but maybe not. Nope, it's 0. Hog 0. Neutral. TRJ is not that bad to kill, by the way, tangent. You just have to really know the trick and play very carefully. Okay, we're leaving. That guy's summoning. I mean, yeah, you gotta play really carefully in Slime, but I tell you, Slime is actually my favorite place in the game to be for rune number 3. Because it's so reliably the same. You know, unless it starts throwing floating eyes at you, you know exactly pretty much what you're going to be facing in there every single time. Oh, this is so obnoxious. Yeah, you can bolt me, that's fine. I have RC+. Joke's on you. See, I don't even think it's that much harder. I think it's just more punishing of mistakes, which is not exactly the same thing. I think that vaults, I mean, we're seeing how hard vaults can be. I'm having a rough time. Yep, touch for the win. Need more cards? Yeah, I guess so. What is Heppel's Wrath? Is that the one where it's just, yeah, just prevents experience gain? Am tempted. Am tempted to swap. Swap to Gozag or something for the, or like swap to Zen for the orb run. I think I'll probably do that. Oh shit! Okay, well that was a mistake. Okay, I'm going to scatter shot. I guess I have to pro magic so I don't get owned by paralysis here. Oh, this is so stupid. Okay, hold on. Let's quaff resistance. So now I'm RF null. Let's put on pro fire now. Fine. Let's MO. Fine. Now let's scatter shot to kill the stupid brain. Could swap with Ancestor. I could have done that and I should have done that. You're right. This character feels very questionable. I'm going to kill the Redback, exploding the rest of this stuff. I really wanted that Convoker dead. Damn, touch this to death. Yep, you're right. I should have swapped with him and gotten to the exit that way. We used some resources there. Not any, like, hugely important ones. You know, like, ammo's nice, but it's mostly for weird situations like that. I kind of hate that I used my acid up. That wasn't good. Let's pull this. Let's get our friend back. What's your stat spread? Do you mean my skills? Those are my skills. Big fighting on account of the 3 aptitude. Crappy everything else, I guess. 15 shields so we can wear this large shield safely. 8 necromancy, 4 charms, mostly for regen at this point. That's not that weird. On an ogre, you tend to have a ton of fighting because it's so inexpensive. Holy crap. Okay, come on, get the paralysis, bro. Okay, we got the confused. That's good enough, I guess. There we go. Finally, rosecrypto.com has mass confusion and haste. I still want him to have his anti-magic dagger at 27, but mass confusion is going to be really good. Haste is going to be especially good. Rosecrypto.com coming in clutch. That's right. Also, there's some Ice Dragon scales. I can't imagine we'd be using them at any point, but they are available. Perhaps most importantly, there is a sack of spiders. At least I think I saw one. Yep. Not bad, not bad. Still wish we could find Fire Dragon scales. That would be the ideal. Hey, no problem, Mero. I just saw somebody was streaming DCSS, and I had heard your name before as a good streamer, so decided to throw something your way. See, that's kind of funny that you say that, Tone, because Nemelex used to be evocations based, and also, I mean, as somebody who likes to throw cards at things, you'd think that you would like items too. I mean, I like evocations a lot. They're really, really, really good. I mean, I'm training it up to 10 at least, even though I'm -2 aptitude, you know? Alright, Tangent, have fun. Okay. Shall I risk this? Honestly tempted to... I should have done this by now. I should have trained some hexes by now. Here's what I'm worried about. Like, I want to fight this Convoker, but... You know what? We have Scattershot. This is okay. I just don't want him to end up Convoking next to me. Summoning all kinds of really, really, really nasty things. Let's pop on our core so we don't just get nuked by the Acid Dragon, though. There we go. Giving us an interesting option, actually, in terms of the yellow scales, you know. I could pop these on and see what the defense change is. It's about the same, I think, as Swamp Dragon. Let's see, 12 AC, 11 EV. Okay, so 11 AC, 12 EV. I think I actually am going to wear this instead. Not because of the defenses, because to be honest, they're a little bit worse, I think. Not in terms of numbers, but in terms of GDR. If I look at GDR... Nope, just kidding. It's really not that much worse at all. Acid's 28%, Swamp is 31%. But, I mean, the thing is, I have our core all the time this way. Not the most important resistance in the world, but, you know, all things considered, if I can have it and not pay much or anything really for it, then I'm gonna. Yeah, Tone. GDR means nothing, I'm sure. What armor are you looking for? I mean, I want Gold Dragon scales, or maybe even just Fire Dragon scales, because the thing is that I'm getting RF minus from this hat. Not naming the ancestor after chat. Well, what I'll do is I'll name ancestor off of the highest bit producer, you know, for this particular stream. Like the name will get changed every time someone gives me bits. Just no one has done that yet, so it's a shill instead. And yeah, Tangent, I'd be happy to hear details, a running tally on your deaths. Sounds fun. Yeah, no, I really like the samurai ogre I've got here. Oh, was that my... Yeah, there. It's an anonymous cheer. I don't know who that is. I can't name it after the person if they're anonymous. Thank you, though. Yeah, I changed the... I don't know if you guys have noticed or have been here for a while, but the I changed the bit message. Like if it's a tiny amount of bits, I don't want people to be able to like spam the really long one because it's like 13 seconds long. So I made a simpler bit message for when it's lower, which I guess is common practice. It's just something I hadn't gotten around to until recently. Thank you, though. I do appreciate that. Positive energy. We don't need that. We're locked in. Gosh, how nice would it be if we had lamp right now? Look at this beautiful setup, and we just don't have it. No way out. Simultaneous Natasha and Grinder on D3. That's no fun. I want to drink an agility. We have a lot of it. Wow, I don't want to fight three things at once. This is... Ugh. Let's see how rosecrypto.com does. We'll idealize him, healing him up, buffing him up. He'll toe-to-toe with the Warden and win, apparently. Hell, we'll idealize him again. I have full piety, why not? Maybe we'll just let him kill everything. I'm okay with this. The agi was completely unnecessary. Look at this dude. Look at this champion here. I can just heal him every time he gets hurt. It's great. Yeah, that is the point of Hep, although in the case, I mean, generally you take the Hexer. In my opinion, I think that's the best thing to do. And you use him to... Oh, he moved. Dang. You sort of use him to disable things, because unlike a player, he doesn't run out of mana, you know? So he just proceeds to para until it works, which is always nice. Idealize again. I'm just going to keep idealizing until I run out of... Okay, my piety's no longer maxed. We'll stop doing that. He died anyway, I think. Yeah, rosecrypto.com is destroyed. But, you know, big props to rosecrypto.com. He slaughtered pretty much this entire Virgin Hexer versus the Chad Battle Mage. I don't know about that. I mean, I will say that it's probably nice having LCS, but at that point you've essentially got just a weird Spellforge servitor, you know? And I've never been a huge fan of Spellforge Servitor. I'm not saying it's bad. It's very good. I'm just saying I've never been a fan of it. Okay, let's put up regen and fight in this nice convenient little kill hole. Oops. Oops. Okay. Will the shield work for me? Yes, it will. Based Japanese steel here really coming through for me. alongside the shield. I'm really like a sword and board samurai. Feels good. Superior Nippon steel. That's right. I essentially built the whole character around OgNe as soon as I found it, which is not as much of a meme as it might seem like. It's a pretty good weapon, to be honest. Well, yeah, Knight can take the most punishment. He's the tank. I don't know, though, man. Hexer is just... he's pretty good. Okay, he tried... the Annihilator tried to Crystal Spear me, but I just blocked it. And then the Annihilator got paralyzed. Maybe it is about time to go into Elf. By the way, we're going to buy this Wand of Clouds. I know there's like a billion things that I want to buy, and perhaps I should have gone for Minor Magic instead for Blink. But having a Cloud Wand seems like it's going to save me in more dumb situations. Like those hallways where I've got a ton of dudes coming up on me. Having a wand there is... Wand of Clouds is pretty nice. I'm gonna Ice Blast here, just because I don't feel like getting negative blasted too many times, and then we'll just swing on him until he dies. We'll Vamp Touch to finish him. More guaranteed to hit, you know. And he did get one drain on me, but it's not so bad. Take down the Convoker first, no more summons. Nice. Ancestor really coming through for me. Once he gets that haste, I mean, you're in a good spot. This is less good. I'm going to go down. Thankfully, we didn't get, like, teleported or something as soon as we came down. So we'll just Stair Dance from here. Actually, which Ogre Mage is this? Okay, it's just the Lightning Bolt one, that's fine. If it was the LCS one, we might have had a bit of a problem. Whoops. Character died from 2 Orc Warriors with Halberds on D5. Which character was this? What was the combo? I forget. Want to polymorph. Joke's on you, my MR is huge. Gargoyle Fighter, huh? Well, the Orc Warriors are not faster than you. You can always avoid them. You just gotta understand like which monsters can kill you and which ones can't, and don't fight the ones that can kill you, you know? It's my suggestion anyway. Okay, so we've done V1 and we've done V2. I think we can do Elven Halls now. The only thing that we'd have an issue with is if we got teleported to the end vault or teleported into the Hall of Blades. That would be a horror show. But we've got 2 haste, we've got 7 might, that's actually a lot. 3 agility, 11 tele. And come to think of it, we've got Evoke Invisible. That will solve the animated weapon situation. So really it's just getting tallied into the end vault, which is, well, it's terrible anywhere, really. Don't suppose we have any minus tele anywhere. I'm going to try it. As long as some kind of really bad RNG situation like that doesn't happen, this character should be just fine in Elf. In fact, let's evoke invisibility right now. Let's see invisible. And put the pro magic back on. Okay. Alright, that was pretty smooth. Other than the, you know, the air elemental, that went pretty well. I'm okay with this. Can we, ooh, bro, can we spectral weapon? Will it let me do that with OgNe? That might be fun. That might be a lot of fun. I mean, it'll look cool anyway. It might even have its own unique tile. I doubt it, but it might. That's fun enough that I think I'm gonna... I mean, hell, that's actually already castable. Yeah, it is. No unique tile, but it is the Spectral +8 OgNe. I'm okay with this. Take hexes to 4, why not? Anything else worth memorizing? Double the clarity, double the fun. Okay. Deflect missiles. Hello. We actually found deflect missiles. This character is going to be casting that. That's really good. Whoops, too much contam. Can't invis 2 times in a row. Do we have a lot of mutation by any chance? 6 potions, okay. We got clumsy, sucks. My fault though, I kind of figured I could invis twice in a row. Sometimes you can't. Which is really quite tedious if you think about it, because then you have to wait off the contam every time you decide to invis, even if a fight has ended. Which takes a really long time, believe it or not, compared to healing up. Boots that are too small for my giant, fat, nasty ogre feet. Identify. Scroll of Torment. I don't think we need to carry a Scroll of Torment around. Styrian can make greater servants. Let's kind of walk backwards a little bit. Is he confused? No, he's not. Cursed Shield of the Orcish Mines. What shall we do about this? Well, we'll regen. Go here. We're going to clouds. Okay, that's good. Poison's actually okay here. He's actually got a ranged weapon though, so we'll walk backwards and then walk forwards. And then we're just going to start swinging on him because the spectral weapon is doubling my damage effectively. Look at that. I didn't hit him. He blocked my attack, but my spectral weapon hit him for huge damage. Boom. Hit him again. Same thing happens. I block, or he blocks my attack. Spectral weapon hits him. Okay, that's good. What's the scarf? This could be resistance, that could be good. Oh, we can drop the Staff of Air. We've got Arlec all the time now. Hey, it is resistance. Alright, this is interesting. This takes away our ability to invis. But we have 3 potions of invis, so if it's really important we could anyway. But this gives us resistance all the time. Not just null fire resistance, but positive as long as we keep this ring on. I think we wear the scarf. Especially in here. And honestly, I think we focus on getting D-Missile up. Take armor to 9, dodging to 10, finish those up. I'll turn off evocations, I guess. It's a nice round number right now. Take hexes to like 2, because realistically I think we already have Spectral Weapon pretty castable. Take spellcasting up a bit to 10, why not? I mean, I feel like we can get deflect missiles on pretty fast, you know? Hopefully. I mean, having that in here by Elf 3 would be amazing. I don't think that's going to happen, but we could pop a Brilliance, actually. We have 7 of those. One of Paralysis. Only 2 charges. Yeah, be careful with that staff, Hello Tangent. It will betray you. Still taking big draining bolt damage, unfortunately. There's no RN Plus available except things I really don't want to wear. I mean, I guess I could pop on the Ring of Obosh if I bought it, but I mean, we could wear a Ring of Positive Energy, but that seems silly. Maybe I should be carrying it around for the swap. Just feels weird. Typically not worth it. But it might be on this character. Hell, just to avoid being drained, I might want to wear that over RF. Whoa, hold on. That is a floating eye. Let's swing on him. He dies. Okay, good. Good God, I'm not used to seeing that. There's another one. It's a vault. What kind of dickhead put a floating eye vault in Elf 1? It's one of those Min-May vaults, isn't it? What kind of an asshole? You've got to be kidding me with this. Seriously, floating eyes are not a fun monster to deal with when they're in a place they're not supposed to be in. That was 3 of them. Is there some kind of nice pile of loot for this? Nope. Nope, just a hallway. Just a hallway. All that trouble for a hallway. Okay, that's elf 1. Deflect missiles already down to 98%. You know, there was a brief period where with the Hexer you could get metabolic inglatiate, which was incredible because it would just proceed to slow everything on the screen almost all the time. It was beautiful. Can't do that anymore, unfortunately, but I need to drop something. Should I get rid of Curari and Blowgun? Technically, I should have Curari'd Rupert a while back. That was a mistake. Let's drop those. I don't think we need them anymore. They could be kind of useful against mages, but not that much. It's like annihilators and stuff. I think we'll be okay without it, though. Hey, a trove. What's the Abyssal Rune? We may very well do Abyss on this character. 2 manuals, huh? One of shields, one of stealth. Don't really care about the shields. We've already got it maxed out in terms of what we would need to take away penalties, but perhaps the one of stealth. I don't know. This mage ghost is kind of hardcore. It's got a lot of stuff. Probably kill him really fast though. We're gonna find out. Oh yeah. Drop the manual stealth, drop the manual shields. We will come back for them if we start training either of those things. Okay, charms, air, charms to 10, air to 10. Spellcasting would say to 8. You know what we're going to do, just for my own paranoia, we're going to use Brilliance, we're going to deflect missiles on the way in, because if I were to get teleported into the end vault, that could be the thing that saves my life. Of course, it'll probably end pretty soon, I guess. If I get hit by too many bolts. I can always recast it, though. We have a lot of Brilliance. Hey, it's Mara. We should be okay to kill Mara. We have RF plus, right? Kinda wish that he had copied me instead of himself, but he decided to do both. Okay. I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this. Alright, that's not good. That's not good. I'm getting owned by myself. Okay. Let's dig this way. I can blink out if need be. Let's try something before that though, because that's a scroll blink out of 4, and I don't want to use that if I don't have to. This was a mistake, by the way. I should have just reset the fight. Blew a lot of dig wand charges. Honestly though, even now I'm not used to dig being so limited. It didn't used to be. We're going to try to confusing touch. 13%. Oh, we get it. Okay. Swing, 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 swing. Didn't quite work out. If we can fight through, we might very well be able to... There we go. Okay, good. I can get away from this. So I saved, probably I saved a blink scroll. Screw you, dude. I know you can't kill me. Alright, now we go up. We did waste digging, though. Should be able to kill him. There we go. Done. Trick is to just reset the fight, you know. You know, I do recall saying something along the lines of that staff will betray you. Tangents. It's only a matter of time, really. Feels really nice to have like a free +4 weapon, but... Well, not only just a free +4 weapon, it's like one of the best base types in the game to start out with. It's quarterstaff. Oh, we've been marked. We have been marked. Let's get on over to a staircase. Okay, there we go. Our friends are arriving. There's a Blade Master. Nice, we even got a riposte. Let's rest up, no reason not to. Thankfully, we didn't get bolted there. Let this guy come to me so I can hit him with every ally that I've got here, my Spectral Weapon and RoseCrypto.com, the Ancestor. Okay, this is more things than I'd like to fight at once, but you know what? This is more things than I'd like to fight at once. We're going to leave. And the Ancestor should keep the Elementalist off my back. Only question is, can I stay away from the Disperser Trap? Yes, I can. Joke's on this Tarantella. Can't be confused. Pull this guy up. Pull this guy up. Honestly, the Mark Trap kind of helped me out a bit. Our D missile is gone, but that's okay. I'm not going to re-up it. Not until I can cast it normally anyway. Oh, that's a lot of damage possible. Hey, Irie, what's up? I see you've returned. Okay, good. Master Archer's right here. Let's kill him. Hanchans. I don't know what a Hanchan is. I assume it's a type of Mahjong. Standard full-length game. Okay. But yes, I am yet living. Demonologist dead. Take out this Elementalist with him. Try to keep the Spectral Weapon up. Let's try to make space for our friends. That's one thing I keep forgetting to do. Let's walk forward. Okay, this should be okay as long as we kill the priest really fast. You don't want to fight... Oh god. Okay, hold on. I was going to say you don't want to fight an Annihilator with a priest nearby because he'll attack more often, but... This guy decided to hit me with a Crystal Spear right off the bat anyway. 3d34, that's 94, 98, 102. He can't kill me in one shot, so we're just going to go forward. We're going to swing, and he should die. And he dies. How big are spiders where you are, Irie, that you would think that a cat could be a spider? Oh wow, plus 10 spear on D4 and it's venom too. That's a free game, man. That'll get you through the early and mid game, really. You know what, let's just, yeah, pull this a little bit further away. Just found a nice pile of gold. Can actually afford BVC now. Or the Scroll of Acquirement if I wanted to take some risks. I mean, maybe. Oh, we have a Scroll of Enchant Armor that I could use. I think I'm going to wait and see what the rest of this loot is before I do, though. Who knows? Maybe we'll find like a freaking large shield that's an artifact and gives me all the things I ever wanted. You never know. Oh man, don't bolt me, come on. Okay, regen. Walk away, walk away. Okay, now we'll walk forward. Sadly, I have to attack if I want my spectral weapon to do anything. These two priests were fairly kind to me. Yeah, I mean the weapon alone. The ring is just the cherry on top, really. drop something. Oh, drop Staff of Fire. And we don't actually need that Ring of Ice. Oh, we've picked up some things. Drop Pro Cold. Drop this Pro Stealth we just found. The Blink AC +2 we may very well want. Oh, a couple manuals. I wonder what these are. Staves, don't care about that. Ice Magic, probably don't care about that. Okay. Nothing to get excited about. Oh god, this is too much. Okay, that's okay. Now it's just the one. Definitely didn't want to be in such a position that the, multiple Annihilators could LCS me. That would be horrible. Okay, we got a Fan of Gales. Got a book with Disjunction in it. Huh. Got a Scroll of Acquirement as well. Well, we didn't find a big shield, which is really not that surprising, but let's enchant up ours to +8. So now we have a fully enchanted large shield, which is always a hoot, massive, massive SH. Let's acquirements. Let's acquire armor, to be honest. I mean, I guess I should have done this first, because it could, in theory, give me a shield back, but... Oh, hello! Shiny Storm Dragon Scales. Alright, alright, alright. That's endgame. Slightly disappointing, because it's, it's stomping all over the usefulness space of this hat. No, it's just a +2 Storm Dragon Scale. It's not like an artifact or anything. But I mean, it's extra 2 AC, I guess. I mean, we're going to wear it for now, that's for sure. Doesn't even take much of my EV away. I go from 13 EV if I'm naked to 9 EV, but I go to like 17 AC. It's quite nice. So, it's fine. Let's finish the floor. There's actually... Okay, never mind. That was the whole floor. Okay. Technically, we can cast E-Missile now. We have to take off the armor now to do it, and it'll go to 40-some%, which is not bad. Everything else is still castable, so that's cool. I can go ahead and get the snake rune. We did 3 floors and just left the 4th one behind because we were having a little bit of a rough time, but we're certainly not going to have a rough time anymore. Hell, I can probably tab all this. It is a little bit lame, I have to admit, to have to take off my Storm Dragon Scale just to cast a spell. That won't be the case for long, though. We're going to get some good. We're going to get some good spell power on that thing, which will increase the castability of it as well. Easy enough. This isn't quite the end vault yet, but... Okay, Scroll of Teleportation, Sack of Spiders, we'll put both on the buy list. Oh, that's my D-Missile. Let's get out of here. You can mark me if you want to, I don't care. I'm much faster than any Naga in this place. Take off the Storm Dragon scale, cast your missile, fine, fine, fine. Body armor. Let's see about this. Let's look at the old shopping list. We could get Blink, but we have a swap for that now. We could get BVC, which would be okay. But I don't think it's even close to castable in this armor, and I don't want to have to train that just yet. I am now prepared, finally, to roll the dice on the acquirement. I'm going to roll for armor again, because even if we got like a hat, maybe it'd be better. If we got body armor, maybe it'd be better. The only thing that can really screw me is if I get a shield. Well, it could screw me in a lot of ways, let's be honest, but... okay, armor, hat. Hat of Sea Invisible. Alright, boned. Technically, we could wear the Hat of Sea Invisible, I guess. We'd miss out on Slay +5. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do that. Weirdly enough, I value not having to swap my Synv more than I value Slay +5, especially since I get a pip of RF now. So now I have RF++, which is not bad. Do you think Freezing Cloud would be better if it was air plus ice only? It's a good question. I mean, the spell, certainly one of the reasons why it's virtually useless right now is that it's 3 schools. If you cut it down to 2 schools, I mean, it would be a much better spell. It would be... I mean, I think it would be worth training at that point. The biggest problem with Freezing Cloud is that you can no longer close doors. You know, like it doesn't work out of range, so you can't use the most fun aspect of it because it just doesn't exist anymore. It would be more useful in Spider 5, but you got Snake. You're referring to the Synv, I assume? I mean, yeah, it's... mostly I'm just talking about, like, in general. I just want the Synv. I will swap if I have to, but believe me, I don't want to, you know? Because if I have to swap a lot, I know I'm eventually going to make a mistake. And also, swapping Synv is a bit dangerous in and of itself because, well, not here, but other places, you could end up being surprised by something really nasty to the point where swapping is not going to help you as much. Also, what's up, NG-Matt? How you doing? Haven't seen the stream yet today. But yeah, I think that would be a pretty decent path, I guess, to balancing it. I mean, it's certainly not a good enough spell right now, I'll say that much. To be honest, you could make it a level you could make it like a level 5 spell and probably not even create a problem. Dude, we got dabbed on by our own Cloud Wand. Gave me poison. Seven scrolls of blinking could be worse. Could it? Could it though? Oh my god, you've got to be kidding me. Okay, we'll just use the one that can't screw me over. AKA Ice Blast. Can't believe I got poisoned twice in a row. Joke's on you, Tangent. My Trove just wants me to show it the Abyssal Rune in this game, so perhaps we'll do that at some point. Serpentine rune, alright, alright. Does this character need Trove? Well, no, but, I mean, if all it asks me for is the Abyssal rune, I'll probably sack up and do it, as much as I'd rather not. I'll just wait until I'm like level 27. I mean, it's free, it's virtually free loot, so, you know. I never really want to do Abyss, especially as like the third rune, but once you're level 27, you're probably not going to die in the Abyss, you know. There are certain invaults that really screw you, but as long as you prepare for them. Or just skip them. Excuse me, getting a little sleepy. Sorry about the yawn into the microphone there. Suited for Abyss. Yeah, I haven't been showing this off very much, but I mean, the transference ability helps a lot in there. I should be really using that a lot more, to be honest. Alright, did you get killed, Tangent? Throwing away good characters. Shame on you. Oh, that's great. Wow. Still not like the best base weapon, but like... it's kind of hilarious that you found that on the same character that you found a +10 spear on. By the way, I didn't say anything about it, but we're going into slime, obviously. Should be obvious by now from the fact that we're in slime. Because we've got our cold, in fact we've got 2 pips. We've got our core from the ring, and we're totally immune to both Great Orb of Eyes and GoldenEye. I'm not really sure how useful the Hexer is here, but he's pulling his weight so far. I got a little bit mutated, unfortunately. Not a whole lot I could have done. This is a nasty ambush staircase. He's confusing the slime creatures a lot, which is to be expected because their MR sucks. He also confused the Shining Eye a minute ago, though, which is a little less expected. A little concerned about how he's going to be versus TRJ. That was a bit scary. Maybe. Kinda. Not really. Just blink away. Are you talking about being surrounded by the slime creatures? Because, I mean, technically that's like 22 damage a slime creature, but we've got halfway decent AC now. So that means we've got GDR as well, because we've got Storm Dragon armor on, so probably we're looking at more like 15 damage a pop maximum. And then of course the shield's going to block some of it. Okay, let's, can we cast D-Missile right now? Nope, gotta take off the armor still. Storm Dragon scales back on. Look at that para. This Crypto.com holding up pretty well against the slime walls, even though he's not resistant to acid. Take spellcasting to 10. Take evocations to 10. It's not a manual of evocations, is there? No, there's not. But should we even train on this guy? My instinct is to take armor up, and dodging for that matter. I feel like this dude just wants a bunch of defenses. Although I could keep training charms and air magic and whatnot. I don't know. Or we could work on getting BVC online, which would be not bad. I think more than anything, this dude just wants to be a tank. Let's pull these up. They didn't come for some reason. I guess my ancestor confused them. Really loving how Spectral Weapon is letting me kill these things twice as fast as I would be able to ordinarily. This is a lot of stuff coming for me. Let's pull it back to the staircase just for safety's sake. You notice how I'm not taking any chances. Like, I'm letting this stuff come to me. If he had shot me too many times, we would have just gone up the stairs. But instead I was waiting on the staircase. That's so crucial in here. It's a thing that's probably easy to miss, you know, if you were just watching me do it and not paying too much attention, but it is really, really important. Okay, I don't want to fight TRJ yet. Let's just walk away. Oh, fucking god damn it. Alright, so I riposted him. My goal was not to make any dudes, but I've already made dudes. Should I fight him right here? I know I shouldn't fight him up here. I think I'm just going to live with the fact that I've made dudes, and if I riposte again, then whatever. Okay, this is fine. What a time for me to dodge an attack. Yeah, it's fine. It's not as big of a deal as I made it out to be, just more disappointed that I forgot that I had riposte available. Which is, to be honest, a fairly easy thing to forget when your EV is like 9. Let's clear this floor. Or as much of it as I can get to, so that I have a nice safe place to retreat to, no matter which staircase I go to. I see that all the staircases are available, which is actually quite good. I want this floor nice and clean, and I see that TRJ is coming for me. I'm going to order my guy to run away. Really don't want my guy attacking TRJ, because again, that's going to produce jellies. Oh yeah, TRJ can easily kill runs. I mean, I'm sure I've lost a lot of runs to him back before I learned the trick, but there really is an easy trick. Jellies hate him. Learn this one weird trick to kill the row jelly. I could show you real fast. I'm sure if you've seen me do this, you probably already know it, but I mean, it's like, he's an enemy that deeply punishes you not playing it right. Yeah, that was one of the fake ones. That felt strangely unrewarding, it says. Alright, check this out. I feel like this is empty enough. Let's order rosecrypto.com to run away. So now we're alone. Still got that summoning? We have 2 summoning scrolls, good. Nets, we got 5, awesome. And here's our boy right on schedule. Let's haste. Let's agi. Let's might. Let's take a step. Take a step. I'll go ahead and use regen. I'm going to throw a net on him. Okay, I missed. That sucks, but thankfully we didn't riposte. Alright, so we throw the net on him. We want him in this spot. That particular spot. Am I lagging? Ooh, I think my internet just gave out. No, we're back. Okay. So sorry about that. I don't know if I just got disconnected for a second or not. But the goal is to have TRJ in this particular spot. Now it's your turn to get throttled. I know, right? You can do this on any of the orthogonal, up, down, left, right, whatever you want. Just as long as he's in the spot where, like down the bottom, it would be, where would it be? I guess it would be like right there, and then once you have him netted, thank you, Mero, for the info. Once you have him netted here, you want to move right here. So now to your right, and then diagonal to you, there's empty spots, and then TRJ's up here. And the goal of all this maneuvering is then to use a summoning scroll, which ideally surrounds his ass. In fact, we got probably the best summon we probably could have asked for in this place, which is just a bunch of big beefy slime creatures that will merge. So now he can't make allies, and if he does, I mean he can, but they're going to spawn out here. He can't run through his allies. So we can just swing on his ass. Okay, so he spawns a jelly, but it's out here. He can't run away through it. Also, he's netted, so he's going to have that problem. So let's just keep hitting him. He gets out of the net. If you have enough nets to spare, just keep netting him. We missed one. We missed another one. That's really uncommon for him to dodge so many nets. That's actually the only time. That's the first time in a long time I've seen 2 nets in a row miss. That's very, very rare. But we get the last one. We'll swing. We'll swing. Okay. I am going to summon my ancestor. Okay, this is a little unfortunate. This is going worse than it usually goes. You really, ideally, if you can't keep them netted, you want to keep allies surrounding him. But that's okay. We have a backup for if things go badly. This is, surprisingly, I think this is the worst this has gone in the entire streak, right as I'm trying to show off how to do it the right way. But that's okay. We got a few different options here. We could use our second scroll of summonings. We could also make a spectral weapon, but I'm more inclined to use the scroll of summoning. Okay, so we have a little more time. Something I probably should have done to begin with was Wand of Clouds him. I think at this point, though, we're probably better off just swinging to get the kill. I'm gonna draw out my weapon. I'm gonna swing. If he runs away through his ally, I have a plan for that. Spectral weapon fades away. I'm gonna do what I should have done an awful long time ago, which is clouds this. If I had done that, he would be dead by now, because that would be damage every single turn that we were doing stuff. He doesn't seem to be running away through his friends, which is good, but even if he did, we would just clouds it and then like immolate probably. There we go, TRJ is dead. Usually goes a lot smoother than that, with that strategy. Part of the problem is that my damage isn't all that high with the +8 OgNe compared to like a, well, stat form, or even like a battle axe. If you look at like a battle axe, that's like 15 base damage. OgNe is only 13. It's not that big of a difference, but it can matter. But I mean, it went fine anyway. You know, I'm nearly full hit points, you know. So I wouldn't say that it was a failure. Let's use one. Well, actually, no, let's not waste clouds. We're just going to keep fighting this stuff. As long as we have haste, agi, and might, and a good amount of hit points and not too much corrosion, there's no reason not to fight this stuff off. I'm focusing more on the things to my left, because now the things to my left are all gone. So I'm only fighting one thing at once now. I could blow another clouds. I considered that for a moment. I decided not to waste the resources, you know. Now we're pretty corroded. This could be obnoxious. There's only a couple left, and we're still hasted, mighted, and agied, so I think we're going to go for it. Okay, there we go. Hello, Ragondan. How you doing? Resting up. Grab that net. The 3 nets, actually, that missed. One of the reasons, honestly the main reason that went poorly, we just had really bad net luck. I've never seen 3 nets miss on him before. His evasion's really bad, so that shouldn't happen. But sometimes it does, and that's why it's important, ideally, to have backup plans so that you have something you can do. Like, I happen to have more summons. I had Cloud Wand, which can hit him even when he's running away. The biggest thing is the only thing I really think I could have done better in that situation is I could have clouded to start with. I just found Lightning Spire. Let's get that, because Lightning Spire is broken as hell. Box of Beasts, I'll take that. But yeah, good morning, Ragondan. Oh, another Manual of Shields. Let's enchant up See Invisible. To be honest, we can drop Flame. We don't need that anymore. Not with Shoals done. Oh yeah, and GMAT, it's one of the best. Well, it's just funny that the manuals of shields are actually useless on this character because there's not a particularly compelling reason to go past 15 on an ogre. Since I'm a big fat ogre, it only takes 15 to get min delay, so to speak, on a large shield. So, I mean, you could do it and get a couple extra points of SH, but it's not good usually, unless you just have nowhere else to put your experience. I'm going to check this sling just in case it's minus tally or something. Nope. Alright, not bad. I mean, got another rune. We got, I think, some consumables. We got a File of Floods, actually. I'll take that. And we got a Lamp of Fire. In fact, there was a Lamp of Fire available on Elf 3. Okay, I'm carefully, for the most part, keeping this guy between me and the Shining Eye, so I cannot get mutated. Problem solved. Okay, let's grab this lamp. Lamp would have been kind of useful against TRJ. Could have saved myself some clouds. That's okay, though. Alright, this character's really looking strong now. Really strong. Let's go back to Lair. Well, we can take off Ring of Corrosion. Kind of curious, can an Ancient Lich paralyze us still? 1%. But a Lich cannot. So we're almost at the point where we can drop the other Ring of Pro Magic. That'll be nice. Clear up an inventory space. I could wear RF+, but we really don't need it as long as we have this scarf on. So it kind of begs the question, what kind of rings do we have available? Well, hell, I guess I could take Umbra. It's kind of a weird item to use, but I would only really have it on for the plus and invisibility, which realistically I'm probably not going to be spamming, you know, just because it's tedious, even though it is good. You know, I don't typically wear items of RN, but gosh, I might. I might just do that. Will you play MiBe one day? I mean, I have MiBes on my YouTube channel if you want to see me play it, and I'll play any combo. If someone's willing to request it with bits, I'll play anything anybody wants me to. But typically I'm trying to do this streak lately, so you know, anything that takes me out of that is going to be a request. Dude, let's buy this ring. This is okay. This is okay. This is not bad. I'll drop this ring of fire. It feels really strange wearing our neg, but whatever. It's not a bad thing to do. It's just kind of usually not necessary. Did I not finish D15? I guess not. That's weird. I thought I did. This happens to me sometimes where I'll just leave a floor unexplored and forget to go back to it for a while. I think I'm probably gonna... Yeah, Wesley, I'm online. How you doing, man? You're aware that you get pinged every time I go on stream, right? You in fact requested that I set that up, and I did. You gotta fiddle with your Discord, perhaps. Maze Minotaur, do you mean Gauntlet Minotaur, Ninja Joe? Oh, I see, Wesley. That's a lot of money on home improvement things. I'm hoping that your roommates split the cost with you a little bit. Commies. Alright. Yeah, no, Gauntlet Minotaur is no joke. Hep Hexer, that's right. Showing off a little Heppel action. It's not bad. Hey, haste potions. I'll take one. Can't afford the other. So much stuff to buy. Hep was overpowered. Well, it certainly used to be more powerful because the Hexer could get metabolic inglatiation at one point, which is kind of like slowing everything on the screen whenever you want. It's quite nice. I don't know if it was ever overpowered. I mean, it's especially not overpowered now because it does make you pay in hit points to even worship the god. But it's on the higher end of the power scale, I guess. I mean, it's pretty good. Let's drop magnification. It's a bold move, my friend, going Heppel on a Spriggan and losing even more of your precious hit points. Help us, Berserked Rupert. Okay, you're going toe-to-toe with this Lich, and we win. I'm going to Lamp, now that I have the Lamp to use. Because this is a large shield warden. So he's going to be sort of annoying to kill. Let's put a spire up. Let's bring out the spectral weapon. And let's kill this warden. Actually, I'm going to back away and let my ally do that. Okay, well, whatever. He's not dead, but his spell ran out, so I'm not locked in here anymore. Nice. Careful for moth like a lamp. I've had to suffer this whole game with no lamp, no evocables whatsoever except for wands. Made me real sad. Also, Wesley, I almost lost the streak today in a really, really dumb way, just by virtue of not paying attention. I was in Snake, and I let myself get double zapped by an electric eel, or what is it called? A shock serpent. Now, the shock serpent is actually a fast monster, speed 15. So what he did was he didn't just shock me. He actually cast the lightning bolt spell twice, or whatever the equivalent is on them. And so he got 2 double zaps. So he actually hit me 4 times. 13d3 damage, right? Or 3d13 damage. So it could do 39 damage each. So technically I was in the range of 4, 8, 12, 160 damage that I could have taken. Instead I took like, I think 90. So my AC did a little bit for me, and he rolled average, a little above average. But basically I could have lost the streak from that, and it was just because I didn't quite realize I was in a double zap spot. Well, the problem there is not... It's a little bit opaque, yeah, but well, it's a lot opaque actually, but the main problem there is not necessarily... I mean, I do think it could be more clear that the dude can move quicker. Yeah, the speeds are the problem, but I think also double zaps are a problem there. Like, you know what would be nice is if there was some kind of indicator, like can the thing double zap you from the position he's in right now and the position you're in right now. And you could put that on XV really, really easily, I think. You just have to run through something through whatever it is, ray.cc or whatever that file is, and just test it if it's a thing capable of double zapping. But oh no! can't tell the player useful information. But yeah, I would agree that the speed thing is also pretty obnoxious, although I knew on some level that was possible, of course, that he could zap twice. I was just sort of underestimating the damage output. You know, if I'm sitting there at like 100 hit points, generally I'm not worried about dying, but I should be. I mean, I'm never going to underestimate shock serpents again. Like, I knew they were dangerous, but I didn't quite, you know, with that double zap it becomes pretty stupid. Because, I mean, if you... Okay, so let's say they don't do the double zap. Then you're looking at like 80 damage. That's a lot more reasonable. Max 80 damage, that's like a little bit less than an iron shot. That's fine. I'm okay with that. You know, even if it is opaque, I'm okay with it. That's a reasonable amount of damage from a dangerous monster in one turn. 160 damage is maybe a little less reasonable considering the range at which... I mean, now you're looking at something that's more than LCS. The highest LCS in the game is an Ancient Lich, okay? That's 144 damage. So now you're looking at something that does more damage in one turn than an Ancient Lich can. Kinda horrifying, really, if you think about it. And what's worse is that unlike an Ancient Lich with LCS, it can do it from almost the whole screen away. Because the lightning, you know, has huge range and LCS does not. Well, and also LCS, I don't know if this matters, but the Lich is a lot less likely to cast it because he has like 4 other things he can do. But yeah, Marrow, 2 rings of stealth on a null, maybe I go stealth. You could. I mean, I think stabbing is kind of overrated. But on a null, I mean, the world is your oyster, man. Do whatever you want. It's all possible. Past 4 tiles it can't bounce. You sure about that? I thought it was 5. I'll have to check the video, but I'm pretty sure that serpent was more than 4 tiles away from me. Well, that's still more range than LCS. If it's 5. And I'm not gonna like say that I'm for sure right about that, but I just think I am. All I know is I almost got riggedy wrecked today, and it was very upsetting. 100% my fault, though. A Titan zombie. Yeah, Tangent. Those need their own tiles. There are certain variants of things like Juggernauts, Titans, Giants that honestly should have their own zombie tiles, but just don't for some reason. And so visually identifying them really fast is sort of annoying. I mean, did you know that there's... I don't even think there's a Juggernaut simulacrum tile. Yeah, you train everything at once on a null, but the nulls have really amazing aptitudes, so it's not as bad as it sounds. Hey, guess what I haven't been doing that I should have been doing? The good old tedious armor swap demissile surprise, where I take my armor off and cast demissile and then put it back on. Found a book, got sticks to snakes. I guess we could go for that. It's a little late in the game, but well, I don't want to train transmutations, so we're not going to bother. Really good spell, but believe it or not, this is a game where we're not going stat form, even though we found it, so transmutations is out. Well, Ninja Joe, it depends on your start, is the thing. Because the start... Oh shit, this is Vaults 5. Yeah, you get like a ton of skill at the start, and it matters a lot more for a null because those aptitudes are outrageous. So that means that as like a fire elementalist or something, you actually start with incredibly stupid fire magic and conjurations and stuff. So like you I don't know, like you just start with like full spell power. It's amazing. Alright, I shouldn't be on Vaults 5. Or at least I shouldn't be on Vaults 5 without thinking a little more about how I'm going to handle it. My defenses are not great. I mean, that I have to admit. 20 AC, 10 EV, I mean, I don't know about that. But if we could stair dance this, we'd be okay. How many blink do we have? 5? Let's go up. This is okay. Let's paralyze. Let's paralyze again. We're actually going to, first of all, we're going to put a, whoops. I'm going to put a spire up. I'm going to fail to put a spire up like 3 times in a row. Then we're going to vamp drain this thing to death just to get my hit points back. That's right, we're having trouble with vault guards. Got a problem. Alright, there we go. Thankfully, our giant pile of hit points is going to bail us out of this for the most part. You know what? Let's use a potion of mutation. And another one. I probably didn't need to do that. Holy shit! We got clarity and RC plus and RF plus and resistance to further mutations. So now we have clarity from two sources. We are ultra clear. Yeah, katanas were removed, but the autumn katana still exists. It's the unique katana, which has stuck around throughout the ages, so to speak. I actually am memorizing Shot of Galubria just for this situation. It's kind of dumb. I wonder if it's going to do anything at all. Your shroud falls apart. Just immediately falls apart. Okay, we got the slow. That's not good. Let's evoke blink. I swapped to my ring so I could do this. This is really obnoxious. This guy's here, so we'll lamp him. Put this ring back on. Just vamp touch this stuff. There we go. This is a little bit awkward, but it could be much, much worse. I mean, we could be getting trapped on the staircase, and then we'd be in some serious damn trouble on this guy. And I have plans for dealing with that eventuality if that were to happen, but that doesn't mean that I want to deal with it, you know. Alright, so let's do the same thing we did again. Put up regen, put up Shroud of Galubria, go down. Gosh, these freezing wraiths, I'm not happy. Not happy to see those. The AF slow is just a big pain in the ass. Big danger. Okay, regen, Shadow Galubria. It's pretty sick having these resistances, I have to say, from mutations. I didn't expect that. We're even resistant to mutation now. It's incredible. Okay, we'll pull both these guys up. This is not bad. We got both of them. If we get slowed, it's no big deal. Cool. A blessedly calm V5 entrance. Let's pull these dudes up. Take the Sphinx first. He'll die fast. Put up a spectral weapon. Killing the Titan. And the Death Knight last. The Hexer's doing work. I mean, whenever you see things getting paralyzed, that's the Hexer. And yeah, I mean, the Katana's doing decent damage. It's not terrible. It attacks pretty fast. The base damage is like, it's like good, a little better than a Demon Blade. Not amazing. But what's really letting me mow through things quickly is if I put up Spectral Weapon, which is essentially doubling my damage output. Yeah, XL17 Abyss is not a fun time. You're not going to want to stick around, but I think you know that. All right, so we cleared the entrance. Still a lot of floor to do. You know, we have surprisingly made very little noise in the process of doing this. So let's just kind of calmly stroll, make our way over to a corner, you know. I should start thinking about what else I want to train for the rest of the game. Don't you dare. Ah! Ah! I knew he was going to do it. That's on me too. I could have fogged. I could have fogged to stop that from happening, and I didn't. All right, it's like a slow motion train wreck just like coming at me, and I saw it coming, and I just kept walking to the left anyway. I was like, oh, I'll just roll the dice. Maybe he'll be kind enough to not step right into the mark trap. Okay, we'll go up. There was a warden, but he chose not to lock off the stairs. E5 is suicide with Quasla? I don't know about that. I'd say he's fun with Kazlao. You could just apocalypse, or excuse me, disaster area the entrance of V5. Alright, so what's happened here is quite dumb. And it's all my fault. Let's telly go down. Okay. So we immediately got marked. That's pretty cute. That's just extremely cute. And this room has a ton of Zot crap in it. Of course we got marked immediately. Okay, we'll cancel. We'll fog, because we keep getting merry-go-rounded here. Gonna stop that from happening immediately. We're going to telly. Okay, whoa, hold on. Did I just get marked again? Yeah, I got marked again. Fascinating. Okay, fascinating. Let's cancel. Let's telly. It was just more traps in this room, is all it was. Regen. I'm actually going to Brilliance, and I'm going to put up Demissile. This is not bad. This looks bad, but this is not bad. Blow up this stuff. Crypto.com is still trapped in memery. I probably should have hazed it a long time ago. I'm being so stingy. I mean, you have different definitions of bad. No, we're fine. We're at full hit points, man. This could be so much worse. Big explosion. Very good. Okay, if you guys want to follow me, first of all, I'm going to explode more stuff. If you guys want to follow me, you're going to have to do it through flames. I wish I had my boy. We'll just have to live without him for a little while. Take a step forward. Wish I had another MO. That would be nice. Having the clouds, the flame clouds here is pretty good too. Alright, this is dumb. I probably should haste. I'm at least going to agi. Let's acid this stuff. Because at any moment the Reaver could start doing just outrageous damage to me. Okay. Now I gotta be a little careful because the Brimstone Fiend is here. And believe me, they don't give a single solitary shit. They will start tormenting you even if living allies are around. The Box of Beasts is an option, I guess. It would be okay. Honestly, I should just tele out of this. I just thought I could clear part of the floor here. Fog is a good move. Probably what we're going to do is we're going to fog, take a step, so this is take a couple steps actually, and read another tele. All of this, by the way, all of this simply to avoid using a haste. This is all right. Oh, this is all right. RoseCrypto.com still trapped in memery. Let's paralyze the guy who's trying to summon allies on my head. RoseCrypto.com has returned. Wish I had Charm, I don't. We're gonna paralyze that guy instead. Trying to make it to the staircase. I don't know if it's gonna happen for me. There's enough stuff coming that I think I want a cloud, but... Okay, yeah, I do want a cloud. Very last one. Huh. Things should die to the poison here. Is this an LCS mage? It could be. Can't get all three of these guys. Might as well just finish off the priest, I guess. Not bad. We got Scattershot. We got one more charge of that if we want it. How about we paralyze though? Let's paralyze the Etten. That doesn't work. I'm going to idealize. Let's actually use our Hepliaklqana abilities. How about that? We'll do that again. I believe that increases the spell power too. This Convoker is out of the para and coming for me, so we'll re-para him. Gonna take his ass out. Try to keep regen up. Here they're finally sending the big boys after me. We got an Ancient Lich. Our natural MR has increased to the point where we don't need to wear our second ring of MR to be immune to them. So that's, you know, thanks goodness for small miracles, I guess. And yet, I don't feel real good about going toe-to-toe with an Ancient Lich. Not with all this other crap around. It'd be nice if I was level 27, then we'd have... Oh wait, whoa, I was just kidding. RoseCrypto.com already has his Anti-Magic Quick Blade. I thought that didn't happen until level 21. Are you shitting me? I'll fight an Ancient Lich. Go ahead, bro. Is that just because he's idealized, maybe? He's hasted, but he's not even the LCS guy, so I'm okay with this. Okay, yeah, no, he has the anti-magic quick blade even when he's not idealized, so I guess that just happened sooner than I thought. Alright, we're getting memed on again. There's 2 wardens. You know what I could do is I could like run the Hexer away and then blink into him. I mean, I'm more inclined to have him just fight the Lich, though. Three wardens. Adorable. Forest Lance guy could actually get really good damage on me. Yeah, I might need to burn another telly, but I don't know. Maybe not. What I really want to do is another Agi, actually. Swing on the Lich. Lich goes down. My stubbornness is prevailing, you guys. I will not use a haste. Ugh, another Warden. Let's drain some. Get some hit points back the resourceless way. I could use File of Floods, I guess. And we will. First, I'm going to paralyze the Convoker here. Maybe I will make a box of beasts. Yeah, we used it. And a Spire. I should have been making those this whole time, probably. Only so many actions, though, you know. Having allies, on the other hand, is quite nice, I have to say. Okay, Convoker's dead. Another Lich coming. Let's have our anti-magic stick guy deal with that for us. Let's get the spectral weapon out so we can kill this dragon faster. Wow, Ancestor's taking on the Lich and winning all by himself. A little worried about this Annihilator. Let's order our friend to attack. I'm going to back off because this Etten can do pretty good damage to me. We have a ton of paralysis, so let's make good use of it. There we go. Yeah, nice LCS, bro. Okay, there we go. He's anti-magicked. Boom. We went through all of that without blowing haste. Now we used a few tellies, which doesn't matter that much. We used some wandage, which matters more. Missing out on clouds is not ideal, but whatever. But for the most part, we used renewable resources. We used the box, which didn't get used up. It could have. We used the file, we used the lamp. But yeah, I mean, we used Agi, which is like a low impact resource where it's like nice to have up, but you know, using it is usually not the end of the world. I mean, I think we really conserved in a bad situation where we were getting marked incessantly. I mean, that wasn't bad at all. Like, I saved my most important resource, which is haste. The thing I care about the most for Zot and the Orb Run, I have 5 of. Compare that to the last game where I was in this position with like 1 haste, actually none, and I had to farm up Abyss to get a single haste potion. I mean, it's a much better position to be in, I'll say that much. The action economy is the most important economy, really in almost any game, but especially this one. If you're moving more often than your opponents are, that's less time for you to get owned. Wow, let's not be constricted, how about that? It may seem like we're just cleaning up the floor at this point, and we are, but at the same time, this is still an ogre with not the best defenses. I mean, bear that in mind. Okay, so you might be wondering why didn't they kill that conjurer? Because there was a warden approaching, and I didn't want to get trapped there. See, there we are. Wanted to be at full hit points for that particular engagement. But yeah, I mean, we're clearing the floor, but I don't know, man. 21 AC, 12 EV, that's not great. So if I do anything wrong, this could go poorly very quickly. Just something to keep in mind. And we saw earlier how fast things can go south if you make even a tiny mistake in this game. But that's especially true when your character's not like a big boss hog in stat form or some other huge defense granting thing. I think that's one of the reasons why stat form feels like it's so powerful, by the way, is that it's a way to skip the RNG. You know, it's always going, assuming you find it, it's always going to give you Arlek, it's always going to give you good AC if you have, you know, even half decent spell power with it. You know, it's like finding a fully enchanted plate mail, basically. So, you know. I'm going to grab this manual stealth. Believe it or not, we're going to train some stealth. Because we finally got dodging and armor to 15. Gosh, I might even get some dex. Sounds crazy, but I might. Well, yeah, I mean, it is specifically for a caster, fine. Although, I mean, there are people who would say that getting stat form on a caster who's remaining a caster rather than going unarmed combat is actually a mistake. And in some scenarios I would agree with that, because the thing is that your actions now take way longer, and as a caster, even one who's in stat form, you would really like to you would really like to be killing things fast, right? You're going to be killing things slower when it takes 1.5 turns to do things instead of 1 turn. Okay, we got dispersed into this place just immediately. I didn't want to use any more resources in this place, but I am going to teleport just in case I get zotted. Zotted.com. Alright, let's call ancestor. Okay, let's get the hell away from seeing those horrible things. But yeah, I mean, I would insist that anything that bypasses the RNG is going to seem super powerful because of how consistent it is. All right, I think we found a GD. Yeah, we found gold dragon scales. I am perhaps less interested in using that now, considering it'll screw over our spell casting, such as it is. Suppose I can check on what it does to my defenses. I doubt it's going to be amazing. Okay, so without Acrobat effect, 21 AC, 12 EV. I need to drop something. Actually, what's this? That is a Synv ring, okay. I can drop this Pro Magic as well. Pearl Dragon scale would be pretty good on this character. Okay, so what was it? 21 AC, 12 EV. 23 AC, 7 EV. So it's not even really better. I mean, it has more guaranteed damage reduction, but like I'm not getting anything out of the resistances. In fact, I'm losing something. I'm losing our elec. We could go back to the hat of death resistance, and then we get the Slay +5. That'd be nice. But then we don't have Synv at all times. And then we could wear Synv in place of the R and ++. I don't know. I think all in all this is better because I have more EV. Oh, yeah, Wesley. I mean, I don't think it's really all that. It may seem that way, but I think it's the topic keeps coming up because every game that I play, I think about how I'm going to build the character, right? And stat form is always a consideration, because it's one of the paths to defense land, basically. And especially for an ogre that started out as a caster, I mean, that's a real option. So, I mean, it's a thing you can do. And I think that I'm just one of those people where if I'm thinking about something, I kind of have to talk about it. Especially if I'm on stream, so it's not so much that I'm like being kept up at night about you thinking it's broken. But I mean, it is something to think about in terms of, game design, especially if I'm making my own fork. The Mace of Land of Plenty. Just looking at some artifacts here in case maybe it was minus telly, but no such luck. No such luck. Yeah, now I know we're making a fork. I mean, it's online, sort of. I just need to, I mean, yeah, we need the art assets. We need, I need to figure out that glitch that I've been kind of wrestling with off and on over the last couple days. No apport for you. Yeah, no, I don't have any apportation. Actually, yeah, I do. Joke's on you, NG Matt. Boom. I got my large rock. Not that I'm really using large rocks. I suppose we could train throwing just for like the rest of the game. That might be kind of cute. I don't think that's the move, though. No, I think we just do depths, and then once we hit 27, we go into abyss. And then we get the rune, which ordinarily I wouldn't do, but I want the trove, so. Actually, you know, I've been on this for a little while now. I think I'm probably going to stop here. That way the next stream we can have like a nice cozy short kind of depths, abyss, Zot, ascension kind of stream, like maybe like an hour, if even that. And that'll be nice and comfy, so to speak. But hey, this game's pretty much in the bag. I'd have to screw up a lot to lose it. AJ is streaming if I'm looking for a host. Okay, yeah, I need to follow him actually because he's... That's weird, he's not in my follows sidebar. He's in my recommended channels, but he's not in my followed sidebar. I'm gonna have to follow him. Alright, I will in fact throw him a raid. Let me, yeah, no, I know his name, I just didn't have him followed. Let me, yeah, like, don't go anywhere when I cut the stream off, because I'll type that in. But yeah, we'll do depths, we'll do abyss, we'll do Zot and ascend. We won't do anything too crazy on this guy. We won't do extended or anything. And maybe we can, you know, we haven't even used transference at all this entire stream or this entire character. But perhaps we'll get some use out of that on the orb run, since it's one of the few ways really to get a type of controlled blink while on the orb run, or even at Zot for that matter. That's where it really shines, so we'll probably get some use out of it there. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Thank you for coming by, thanks for chatting. But until next time, I'm signing out. Did you know that there are many ways that you can help support this channel? Read about them on rosecrypto.com/support. At Rose Crypto, you can learn all about cool things like the Brave web browser, Bitcoin, and other cryptocurrencies. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.